Welcome everyone to the Blues Down once again. We have a lot to discuss tonight. We're going to start off with the Champions League reaction. We do have Real Madrid, as everyone should know by now. The only good thing I think for that game is we play them away first, which is a lot better for me. Um, yeah, um, and we also, of course, we're going to discuss the Everton game. We're playing tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Big game coming up. Really big games coming up. Just putting the people in who are coming in. So I want to welcome to all the panelists, Ocean, Deals,
Pick
Cheryl.
up Nick, bro, my bro, real OG, real OG.
Big up to you, Deals. Um, Big up to all of you. I will come to you very shortly. So Graham Potter was saying he's very excited to play Real Madrid. Oh, sorry, 1 second, the light's gone off. Yeah, let me just 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. Yeah, that's better. So he's very excited. He was saying his press conference. Let me just bring it up a little bit. Um, yeah. He said, of course, how we will try and win the Champions League. That is the same for the other seven clubs. You can always lose in the quarterfinal, as that is the nature of the Champions League. We will focus on Real Madrid when we get there. But at the moment, it is Everton. Potter said at his press conference. Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's probably telling the players to calm down. Probably don't get excited right now because we've got Everton tomorrow, which is the main object to go and beat them tomorrow. Yeah, of course, he said he's excited, but he would rather speak about Everton. He was telling the journalists. But they still kept asking him questions about the Champions League. It's funny. He was asked about Real Madrid's coach Carlo Ancelotti, who of course managed Chelsea between 2009 and 2011. Yeah, great manager we had. Carlo was unbelievable. Um, he said, I don't know him personally, but I have faced him when he was at Everton. I know he is a gentleman. He goes, it goes without saying the amount of respect I have for him and what he has achieved is amazing. The length of time between winning the Champions League, 20 years, that is amazing and incredible. Yeah, yes, that's what he was said about the Champions League. Didn't want to say too much about it because of course, we got Everton. Let me just go back to the draw. 1 second, where was it? Just to find this. Hold on a second, chops. Yeah, here we are. Because the draw was made yesterday. The first legs will be played Tuesday, 11th of April. The first leg, Tuesday, will be Benfica versus Inter. Man City will play Bayern Munich on Tuesday, on the 11th. We will play on Wednesday, the 12th of April. We go to Real Madrid, of course, and AC Milan will play Napoli. And second legs will be 18th of April. We're at home to Real Madrid. That should be massive. It always is. I was there last year when we were at the quarterfinal against them. We lost 3-1, but it was still a great game. Because we had a chance to go and beat them still, but thanks to when it was 2-1, but thanks to Mendy, he made a terrible mistake, and that's why we didn't win it that year. Yeah, so Wednesday you got like I said, Tuesday. Sorry, we'll play Real Madrid at home. Napoli will play AC Milan, and the Wednesday, of course, the other two play the second legs: Inter, Benfica, Man City, Bayern Munich. Yeah. Yeah, it should be, great. It will be a hard game, of course. Real Madrid are no easy team, especially in the Champions League. They come to life in this competition, as we all know. It's made for them. That's why they won it so many times. But there's no reason why we can't go there and get a good result. Like we did when we went there, we was unlucky. We went out, we were very close. It wasn't to be, but we did show a great performance, which was brilliant. Yeah. Okay, yeah, just we'll see what Riz was saying. Yeah, Riz, I'll get that. I'll bring you on it right now soon. Yeah, yeah, so let's go to the panel. I'll go to Riz because he wants to, might have to leave early, so we go to Riz first. Riz, welcome. What's your thoughts on the Champions League? And I'll come to Everton after.
Yeah, appreciate you having me on. Big up everyone as usual. Big up added time. Appreciate you being here. Good to be here. Sorry I couldn't stay longer, but I'll get straight to the point.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. I think Madrid is an interesting opponent. Obviously, in the Twitter Spaces, I said, look, give us one of the big boys, give us the Bayerns, give us and because I'm confident that this Chelsea team can get it done, can push it over the line, and obviously, we beat Madrid last season at the Bernabeu. We actually beat them, or the season before, sorry, we actually beat them at the Bernabeu. So the season they won the Champions League, we beat them. So they went through obviously because of aggregate, but we still managed to beat them in their back garden. But obviously now the ball's in our court. If we can hold them to a draw or minimum a goal down, then we've all seen what we can do to teams at Stamford Bridge. So thank God the first game is away, the second game's at home. Again, I think the first game will be a light test, and I think we're up to it. And personally, I see us winning both legs. I see us winning the first leg 2-3-0, and then I see us winning the second leg maybe by a goal or two, because my confidence in this team is high, 100%. But I just think that obviously again, this is Real Madrid. It's football heritage. We all know Benzema and Vinicius in the Champions League are a dangerous duo. But look, we've got dangerous players as well. We're dangerous, and I think people forget that. But again, we're going to have to go into the game, war mentality. We're going to have to come out on top. We're going to have to come out swinging. And yeah, it'll be an interesting one. But no matter what happens, look, it's a good test for Potter. It's a good test for the players. It's their first real. Obviously, the Dortmund game was big, but this is up in the stakes. This is road to semi-final, road to the final. So this is big for us. But yeah, we'll have to just wait and see, guys. Have to just wait and see. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good battle.
Yeah, massive. And about tomorrow, I'll ask you now because you said you have to go earlier. What do you think about the Everton game? You want to give us your quick predicted lineup? And
yeah, definitely, definitely.
If you want, yeah.
Well, obviously, for me, I feel like obviously Edouard Mendy, as you know, is back in the fold. But I think Kepa stays strong. We start Kepa. I think it's going to be the same back three. Obviously, Wesley, Kalidou, and I think Badiashile starts at left centre back. Obviously, left wing back Chilwell. Right wing back, it's an interesting one because, as we
Yeah,
know, James has got this hamstring issue, which he's back and he's fit. But then again,
I
do we
think
really want to,
I think
you
he'd be on
know?
the bench if I'm
So yeah,
honest.
I think Loftus Cheek for me, right wing back. I think he played well against Leicester. The two in the
Mm,
middle, again, I think it's that Enzo and Kovacic partnership. We can't take that away from them at all. I think it will be Mudryk down the middle, Havertz on probably either side, and Felix either side. I think Mudryk will play as a false nine again against Leicester, and we saw what he's capable of. I think they're all like what you said, Nick. They'll all change about, and you know.
yeah,
But again, credit to Sean Dyche, what he's done with this Everton team. He's made them very good defensively. But again, we are the Chelsea. So I'm going to say, given our recent performances have been top quality, my
yeah,
prediction for the game, I'm going to go with a nice 2-0 cruise win. I think we're going to cruise it. I think everyone's saying, it's going to
yeah.
be a tough game. I don't think it is. I think we're going to steamroll them. I think,
Okay.
honestly. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what
tough side.
that's what I predicted. I said 2-0 on the
Yeah,
Super Six. Yeah, I'm going 2-0 as well. Actually,
yeah,
I think
100%.
for us.
Obviously,
Yeah,
Brentford, as we know, Brentford won their last game, so they've gone obviously more ahead of us. So it's like we're chasing their tail at the minute, and they know we're right behind them. So if we
yeah,
can overtake Brentford and
mm,
keep winning, that's a massive, massive step up.
yeah,
Because
of
Brentford,
course.
I'm pretty sure Brentford are undefeated in their last 12
Yeah,
games.
they're playing
So
Leicester tomorrow. I fancy a Brentford win actually
Brentford
tomorrow
win 2-1
because
Brentford. Yeah.
Leicester really struggling a lot.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's my predictions for tomorrow. So obviously,
yeah.
it's going to be again an interesting one to see what Potter does. But
Oh yeah,
yeah,
oh
no,
yeah. Massive game again. Every game's massive.
yes,
Yeah, you're
exactly.
right.
Every game is also a must win. But yeah, sorry I couldn't stay longer, guys.
Okay,
Big up
no
everyone on the
problem.
panel.
Yeah, okay,
Appreciate you
thanks for
guys
Big up,
being
coming
big
big
in.
up
up, Reese,
everyone.
my bro. Alright, bro.
Okay,
Big
Reese,
up,
thanks
guys.
for
Big
coming
up.
anyway. No
No
problem.
problem, man. No problem. Big up, guys.
Yeah,
Big up. Have a nice show.
big up to you. Yep. Yeah. Let's go to Ocean. He was the first here. Ocean, give us your take on the whole Champions League draw, and what you think will can we do it? Can we go ahead and beat Real Madrid?
Yeah. Um, Good evening, everybody.
Big
Deals
up,
seven.
Ocean. Big up, bro. Big up.
Greetings, guys. Yeah, the Champions League draw. It's an interesting one, isn't it? We kind of got the toughest route we could actually get. If I'm looking at it. I prior to the draws, I was hoping for something simpler, at least for the next round. I was
Yeah,
wanting, contrary to every other person that was, having their confidence sky high and demanding the big boys and all of that, I was more on the, cautious side, wanting to at least have one of the, uh, Milan teams or Benfica. But, I mean, we got the draw now, so we
mm,
have to deal with it. So, whilst it is a tricky one, do I think we can qualify? Absolutely. I think we have everything to qualify. If
yeah,
we show up on the day and get our, get our mentality right, get our spirit and fight in order, you know, and tactics fall in place. And, the other little things that could play factors into games, if we have all of those on our side, I think we can actually, do. We can actually qualify. I'm not gonna go ahead and say how that will be. Like I had deals. I said deals. Reese. I think his own confidence is quite high, where he thinks we could actually beat them home and away or something like that.
yeah.
I don't know which leg we're gonna win, but I think overall we have what it takes to qualify. So
True.
And then when it comes to the semi-final too, it's gonna be a tough one. Like I said, it's a hard route, but either of those things too, I think if as long as the guys actually show up, and the biggest thing for me too is I want our key figures to be fit at least from now till the end of the season, like the Reece James, the Chilwells, and the Thiagos, and if we can get Kante back, like right now, there's news that Kante is like, I mean, if he's not ready yet, at least he must be like at least about 60% ready by now
Yeah.
to get involved in games. And who knows?
He's in the squad for tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's what Potter said.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who knows? By the time the first leg comes around, he might have been, because I think, like I said, we have one game tomorrow, and after the international break, I think we might still have one or two games before the first leg, right? So uh, by then, it might have even gotten the match game time to get back up to speed. Because if we're being honest, he's been out for a long time, so he still needs to get back up to speed. So I'm hoping by then he doesn't go back on any other injury and is, gotten enough game time to get back up to speed. And if we have all of these other players stay fit, I think we have a good chance.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a big challenge too for Graham Potter, right? And it's one I reckon he would be, he should be excited to, see how he can test himself in the big stages. I mean, that's what the whole idea of the step up is about. If he decided to take this step up to the big boys, this is one of the games where you get to, test yourself and see how good you can cope. So I'm expecting that he should be able to, do something in that regard. So that's the much I can say about the draw. It's a hard one, but now we got to believe, and the boys have to now take the fight on.
Exactly.
For
Yeah.
tomorrow's game.
Well, we come to that after. Or shall we?
You did that because Reese wanted to run, right? Okay. All right. So I said you did that because Reese had to go early. All right.
Yeah,
Go
that's
ahead.
right.
Let the others speak. Yeah.
Yeah, we move on to that after. Let's welcome Alicia as well. She's on the panel. She's been on the panel before. Can you hear us, Alicia?
Yes, Nick. Big up, Nick. Thank you so
You're
much.
very low. I can hear you, but let me put my mic up just to make sure.
Sorry,
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, good. Yeah, loud and clear. Yeah, before I come to you, Deals, just read a few comments. Not many. Yeah, big up to you, Bobby, as always. He said he might come on later. He's working as always. Just read these few comments coming up. Welcome, big welcome to Wana. He's one of our loyal people in the chat. He's here every show. Big up to you, Wana. I really appreciate you. Really. Let's see what you have to say today. If it wasn't for the goal in 2005, it would have been AC Milan versus Chelsea in Istanbul. Yeah, 18 years later, I hope the situation corrects itself, predicting the final that should have been Milan and Chelsea. Yeah, you never know. It could correct itself if everything goes to. Mind you, it could in the final. Yeah, you're right. If we beat the Real Madrid, we're going to face City or Bayern Munich semi-final. Yeah. What else is saying? Silvana is saying no miracles this time. Yeah, no miracles. We don't need miracles to go and win the Champions League. It's in our DNA. Yeah, completely. Yeah. Let me just see what Bob is saying. Hold on a second. Sorry. Where's he gone? Bobby's saying let's have no more injuries and be fit for once, so we actually see the match for what it is. Absolutely, yeah. We have to be careful with these injuries coming up. A lot of games before then. Welcome, thanks. Big up to Chelsea, Dan. He's in the chat. Big up to you, Dan. JPT, Deals, Sharo, Ocean, Bobby. Big up, guys. Yeah, big up to you. Yeah. Just I think one more. The Champions League quarterfinals is a chance for us to see if Potter really has a good tactical ability. Very true. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he does. Yeah, absolutely, Bobby. Yeah. Yeah, that's it for now for the comments. Yeah, let's go to you, Deals.
Big up, Nick. Big up, Nick. Thanks for letting me come on, bro. Big up the panel. Big up the chat as well. Yeah, Nick. I want to talk about the Everton game.
We will come to that after your quick comments on the Champions League draw. If you have any, we're going to come to the Everton after, so we all do it together.
Yeah. On the Champions League draw, right? Obviously, yes, we've been put in a tough position playing Real Madrid, and then we've got to go play, if we get through, go play a Bayern Munich or a Man City. Yes, I feel that we're made for these nights. Yeah, what we got to understand is, right? Yes, we got Potter, right? But how I'm seeing this, right? The only way that we win this game, right, is through our players and our fans, right?
Yeah.
Potter's not going to win tactically against Don Carlo, yeah? Because we know Don Carlo is a world-class manager, right? So what Potter has to implement, right? Put a drilling mentality into the players so the players are fired up, ready for this game, right? And he's got to put the right selections. None of this stupid substitutions, right? Because that's another thing as well.
For
the
sure.
Substitutions got to be correct as well, because this is Real Madrid we're talking about, not Dortmund, right? We can higher up our level, yeah. Everyone's saying that we had a good game against Dortmund, correct? But we can play better than we did against Dortmund, against Real Madrid, yeah. We know their weaknesses, they know our weaknesses, right? At the end of the day, how I'm seeing this, right, with Real Madrid, right, we gotta implement a style of play against them, right? That's another thing as well. Put a Enzo, put a Kante in that midfield, dominating that midfield. Bro, we can do numbers of wonders over Real Madrid in that midfield. I'm looking at a midfield battle, right? That's where it's gonna be. The battle's gonna be in the midfield.
Yeah. It will be if we stop Luka Modric.
Yeah,
sorry,
100%. Another thing as well, yeah. What I want to say as well, Nick. Yeah, what do you think Potter needs to do to beat Real Madrid?
Yeah, for me, he has to get being that on the touchline, show more reaction. He showed it against Dortmund.
Yeah,
I want to see
what
more
he
of
said
that.
yesterday. I'm hearing
Yeah.
that he's changing his change of tune in the press conferences today, because now he's found out we've got Real Madrid. Is that right? Nick?
Yeah, he's very excited, but he said the right things. He said, first of all, I don't want you journalists asking me about Real Madrid. You can
Is that
ask
what
me
he
about
said?
it. Yeah, he said you can ask me about Everton. First, we have to get
but
through
when
that
he
game.
said when he said yesterday, let's go win the fucking Champions League, he had a different.
Oh yeah, he's saying that. He's just saying to them, I'm going to concentrate on Everton first. Like
100%. We have to take match by match.
So
100%.
the players,
with the situation we're in, we have to take match by match. We can't think straight away like, oh, we're gonna go into this game and dominate them.
We want to win every game,
Yes, 100%, 100%. We need to. But the thing is, Nick, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Yes, we haven't been that great in the Premier League this season, but what I would say that we're used to European nights, right? We're used to playing good football in the European nights, right? So, like, here's the thing: our players are used to European football, right? They're used to these nights, right? The way that we can beat Real Madrid, right?
Yeah.
The way that we can beat Real Madrid is expose their defense, right? Get at their defense, yeah? Be on that defense, right? And try and bury our chances. Because right now, we haven't been burying our chances that correct. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing as well. Once we bury our chances, we win this game, 100%. Yeah? Kai Havertz, this is the game where I ask you to step up. Yeah? This is the game where you got to step up. It's all good scoring against the goals against Dortmund and Everton, but this is the game where you have to step up, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree with you.
But and Nick, and another thing as well. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think of the Real Madrid's attack? How are you looking at how we can stop their attack? Because Real Madrid, we know what Vinicius and Benzema is gonna come up against. Yeah, they're gonna try and come. They're gonna try and come attack at us with that fucking pace they got, right? With Vinicius, right?
I'm just.
And Rodrigo. It depends if they put Rodrigo there.
I'm hoping we have Thiago by then. He should be ready. I hope that'd be a big plus. And with Kanté, hopefully back in 100% by then. We've done it before. At the
100%.
We have to come out and don't think about what they're going to do.
But I think like
we have to come out.
Right? Like Alicia said, it depends. It depends what Kante we're seeing here, because we know that last time Kante played against Real Madrid, we know what Kante we saw, right? That Kante is not the Kante that we know, right?
I know, but that was then. I'm sure he'll be back. Even if not, we still have great players. We don't have to think about Real Madrid. We have to think about ourselves. We have to come out like we did there, go out for them.
And another thing as well, if you're thinking of playing a Mudryk as false 9 against Real Madrid, don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
Yeah, we don't know.
I don't want to say a false 9, and then you play your either
It's
Mudryk
too
on the
early
left,
to see who.
your Sterling's on the left, on the right. You get me?
It's too early to to see who.
No.
No.
If I can attempt to answer Dale's question on how we can tackle Madrid, I would just be very brief and say.
That's all right. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll just be very brief and say, for me, the way I see it, right? I think Real Madrid, it's like they know how they want to take on oppositions, and that way, I think a lot of it heavily depends on the creativity from their midfield, the Modric and Cruz, so even if we don't get the Kante back that we're hoping for, even Kovacic and Enzo, if they can be up to the challenge and try to nullify that threat from the midfield, I think that would in a way stop supply for for Benzema, that he just needs that chance to hurt you. So if he doesn't get it, it would limit what Benzema can do for me. And then when it comes to Vinicius, I know Vinicius can be, Vinicius is...
Here's my take on things, right, mate? Yeah? What we need to do is take out one of their players. Take out a Benzema, yeah? Go back to old school days, right? Where you take out a fucking player, right? That's what we need to do. Take out...
But you see, that's what I'm trying to explain, that if you stop the creativity, if you're able to contain the creativity of Modric and Co, you have in a way taken out Benzema to some extent. That's what I'm saying. But Vinicius, on the other hand, he can, by himself create a trickery or something. And I'm confident if we have a fit Reece James, he should as well be able to deal with that threat from Vinicius. But Vinicius can do things on his own. I think Benzema still relies more on the midfield creativity, kind of. So if you nullify that, in a way, you kind of contain Benzema too. In a way, I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but
I get what you said. Hopefully,
and on top of that would now be that we bury our chances, because Madrid is very good at punishing you if you don't take your chances.
Absolutely.
When you get them. So when we get our chances, as long as we do all of those, when we get our chances, then we then have not to be wasteful. So but okay, the
what you were saying, and hopefully, if hopefully Seal will be back. Rich James, I think, should be. Just have to, we have to be careful the next games.
Nick,
so they don't
we only
get
lost the
injured.
last game. We only lost the last game we played against them because of the mistakes we made. If we
Because
don't
of
make
Mendy.
the mistakes, we win that game.
Mendy made a massive mistake and we lost
100%.
3-1. I
Mendy,
was
but
there,
also Conte too.
and because of that was the biggest mistake, Mendy's. The defense wasn't on good form that day at the bridge. We would have won, but we did try. Let me just read a few comments, and I'm going to go to JP, then Cheryl and Alicia. Bobby is saying exactly what I was saying, Bobby. If Chelsea have fit players and play their high energy game, they beat Real Madrid and qualify for the semi-final. Exactly, that's what I was saying. We go out there and do what we did, last time.
I think our fans will be on it as well, Nick. Yeah, because I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going to the game.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going, Nick? Are you going?
Hopefully, I'm going. I haven't got a ticket yet, but I hope I should be going. Yeah. Let's just read these few, not many. And Varna is saying Madrid, City, and Bayern got a tricky draw as well. Yes, for sure. The top 4 teams in the Champions League got grouped together, for sure. Yeah, that's true. Very true, Werner. Yeah. What's he saying? Yeah, Havertz versus Rudiger will be fun. And Rudiger, he's a great player. Stewie's a great player. I saw him the other day playing against Liverpool. They just cruised to
Nick,
an easy win.
You see the passes that Enzo's been making in Leicester, West Ham, and that. Yeah, that's the passes I want to see in the Real Madrid against the Real Madrid.
Yeah, I'm sure he can do that. I'm not scared of Real Madrid. We have to be on it. We have to go, like I said, 100 miles an hour. When we go there, try and get at least a draw or a 1-0 win. Be great. Even if we lose 1-0, we mustn't let them, attack us too much because they can score. You see what happened to Liverpool. So we have to be careful up there. Yeah, so good. Yeah, I'm not worried about Rudiger. It'd be great to watch, see him, and I hope when he comes back to the bridge, I'm sure the fans are going to give him a big welcome. I will, even he when we didn't want him to go, but
all this talk though, Nick. Yeah, we need a false 9 to beat Real Madrid. That's fucking bullshit, bruv. Yeah, we won the Champions League without a false 9. We'll do it again.
Oh yeah, that doesn't mean nothing. We have the players on the day. We can beat anyone. We know that. So just one more comment here, one below. When I said Dylan Mudryk smoke Real Madrid. Yeah, I didn't see that game. Does anyone know about that? Before he came to us, that is. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he did smoke Madrid. Still, he paid for Shakhtar Donetsk, and he played very good for them.
Yeah. So I love Mudryk. A great player. He played great against Leicester, and we're going to see more of him.
What he said in the interview today? He said, very interested in Madrid. He said, very interested.
They're all looking forward to it, I'm sure. But like we said, let's go and beat Everton first tomorrow. Let's go to you, JP. What's your take on the Champions League draw? First of all, we're going to come to Everton after. Plenty of time, don't worry. JP, you there?
Yeah, Nick. Hi. How are you? How's everyone doing?
Yeah, good. Thanks for coming on. Yeah.
Big up JPT, bro.
Yeah, big up to you. Yeah, are you confident?
I was gonna say that. Yeah, you can tell with that. Excel. It's not so much of like I'm not confident. It's that I feel like this team we can stand toe to toe with Madrid. Yes, both of these teams do get that Champions League magic with them, and this is something that we have to consider that Madrid is aiming for more than anything. Seeing that they're 9 points behind Barcelona, so not saying that they're giving up on that, but they look like they're not favorites to win the Copa del Rey, being 1 goal down. So this is going to put like how we are. everything on the Champions League. The only difference is that we need this more, because it's looking like we're not going to qualify for Europe or our top four this season, even if everything goes well. But one thing, because what Dill was asking is that how can we beat Madrid? Yeah, the midfield is going to be the big battle. Tchouameni is not filling the shoes of Casemiro since he left, where he's just been great at United. But one big thing here too to consider is that, and this is what Last Prime told me, if this is correct, is that we might face some yellow card banning, like some players or key players are at risk to being suspended, which I think he listed was James, Kepa, I believe Enzo, Chilwell, and might be one other name. But so we had to play. So we had to go in discipline, because if not, then second leg at the Bernabeu is going to be looking bleak. But if we do keep our discipline and we do bury our chances from given, unlike how we did at Dortmund or even at Leicester, where we could have won by more, that is also going to be a factor too. We have to take advantage of our opportunities, because I've called Real Madrid in Champions League. They are like the Muhammad Ali. If you give him a little bit of wiggle room, he will find a way to avoid your punches and knock you out. They don't play with this tournament. This is their tournament, being that they're going from number 15. We have to come in smart. Potter has to come up with attacking the fullbacks, which I do believe is their weak points, and seeing that who do they have, Carvajal and Nacho starting. It's going to be tough to go into their center back sides with Rudiger and Alaba. I think if those are the two center backs starting. But with that, we can. It's not like we're going to see Vinicius versus Trent, that type of masterclass that he has. He's going to go against James, but James also has to come in healthy. So our biggest kryptonite this season was that we cannot keep healthy. And now, but we have to see this game as Conte's redemption game, because the last time he played them, arguably one of his worst performances in the Chelsea kit. And this is going to be the first time being like fully back. I wouldn't rush him for the Everton game tomorrow. Have him, and then also Silva coming back possibly for the first one, or most likely for the second leg versus Madrid. So we also have to make sure that he comes to the strongest Chelsea side they could possibly have. And so seeing that Felix already has a history against Real Madrid, being he's a former Atletico player, or technically still on loan from Atletico, he would want to show up for this game. Kai might find he's found some new confidence under Potter. Look, he's like, you saw that touch he had after Enzo's beautiful pass to him for, I believe, the second goal of the game. And being that he's our new designated penalty taker since Jorginho left, so this is helping him deal with more pressure, more key moments. So this might be exactly what he needs, but we have to make sure that, we go in confident, but play smart. I don't think we should be playing time wasting how we've been seeing Potter when we go up by one goal and he parks the bus too early. We cannot do that versus Madrid.
That's for sure. It depends a lot on Potter, how he manages the squad now, before that game. Like Reece James, I don't want to see him rush him and get another injury, like Kante as well. Give him a 20 minutes or whatever tomorrow. I don't mind, or less minutes, just to get him going, get him back in the team. He has to be careful. This is where a top manager shows when it's a situation like this. So, it's there for Graham Potter to win more of us back,
If he not only finds a way to make it past this round, but to make it to this is the most difficult road to a final. I wish we had Napoli scheduled to the final, but this alone, this would put any doubter for Potter out of the top, because not only did we have to go through Madrid, but then most likely I predict that Bayern are going to beat City. But either way, either one of those teams will be a big test, and then most likely face Napoli. this would definitely earn, like, at least from my end, like, Potter earned my respect, and not that he needs it, of course, but I'm just saying that he proved that he can hang with the elite managers, with the toughest teams in Europe. So maybe he does bring back the talks of, like, any Potter out, might need to reconsider now, but also too,
Yeah,
we need to go into
it's
this
too
game with
early for that,
momentum.
I think. For me, I don't change my opinion. I don't think he's the right manager, but he could prove me wrong. If that will go, that will, it doesn't mean if he goes and wins the Champions League, I'm going to change my mind. For me to change my mind, like I said before, he has to show it. I'll give him pre-season next season and see the first 5 games if we're going to be challenging for the league title. If he gets all that right, then I will change my mind. Yeah, but it's not just winning. This is a cup competition.
Mhm.
I'm not saying any manager can go and win 3 games, but it's not hard. All you need to win is 3 games, then you're champions.
But it's not even
So
like,
yeah,
but it's not for me. It's like, if we were given Napoli's schedule, then I would say, like, yeah, no, this I wouldn't even say it, because then we kind of, and I don't want to
mm,
put any disrespect to the other opponent's sides, like the Inters, or if
yeah,
Benfica make it through, but then to be like, okay, the only real test we had in the knockouts was whoever we faced in the final, which is either PSG, City, Madrid. Um, had it gone to that way, but now that you have to prove something, and not only to show that it wasn't like just versus Madrid, but then to do it to most likely Bayern, and then to face a red
mm,
hot Napoli. Victor Osimhen is being just more. I don't even know what the right word is, but it's just being sought after by every
yeah.
top club in Europe.
So
So this is going to prove something.
I fancy Napoli to make the final. Uh, Hopefully against us. I fancy them. You know, it's the first time for them, like it was for us when we won it the first time. Uh, it, and because of Victor Osimhen, not just him, they have other great players. They can go all the way. You never know. Um, anyway, yeah. Let's see what happens with that, JP. I'll come back to you, Deals, and everyone after we. Let's go to Alicia next. Then I'll come to you, Cheryl. Alicia, what's your whole
Big
take on the? Yeah, big up to you. Your whole take on the Champions League draw and uh, your your what do you think will happen and everything.
So first of all, I think like this is the toughest route we could have possibly taken. I think there's hope, but like what we have to do is really, really be on our A game. Like, for example, something don't necessarily really do. There needs to be more central occupation in the final third. We're not at our best at that, but that is something like we really need to take advantage of because I know something about Madrid. Like if you look at how they even played last season, I'm seeing a lot of people underestimating them on my timeline on Twitter, saying, "Oh, they haven't been that good. They're second. They're what?" But if you look at last season, if you would just watch those
Mm,
games and just be like, "Who's gonna win?" You would think like the other teams, whether it's PSG, whether it's Chelsea, you would think they were the ones who would emerge with the points. But somehow Real Madrid always find a way to win. So that's something that we really need to do. There needs to be better positional fluidity and flexibility. We need to find those unique attacking situations. Like from minute 1 to minute 90, we can't like sleep. We need to be in fifth gear. Porter also needs to be very careful with his substitutions because that's something that could very easily kill off the game. Personally, for me, I know people feel like when Conor Gallagher comes on, he offers like some chaos and whatnot. But I think if we were to do that in this game, that would be uh, an unwise decision. Um, Something else, I forgot what I was gonna say. But anyway, the
yeah,
midfield also has been a big problem for us this season. So we really need to have that midfield on lock because that's where like the problem might start. And a lot of people are saying like have Bentancur Benzema on calf, but you have to also remember that Vinicius also creates his own chances at times. He just comes out of nowhere and he surprises you. I know Reese can deal with him, but we have to be careful. Like, we have to make sure both of them are on lockdown. So Porta has to be very, very careful on how he chooses to approach this game. Because I think last season, like, I think they learned something from the way we came at them. And for people putting so much emphasis on Conte, you have to remember, like he's been away for quite a long time. And last time when he came in, like, for me, I would say that that was one of his worst performances. So people putting a lot of emphasis on Conte, saying Conte's gonna come in and save us and whatnot. I just feel
Yeah.
like that's a
Yeah,
big
it's true.
thing.
A lot of people will say that today. Don't worry, we have Kanti. He's going to win it first. I'm sure he can. I have a full faith in Kanti. But, we mustn't forget he had a massive injury. Yeah, go. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, sorry, I'm done.
Oh, you. That was quick. Yeah, great points, Alicia. Yeah, I do agree. A lot of things you said, and what you said, and JP said, and Ocean. Um, you know, uh, for me, if you're going to win the Champions League, you have to play these teams. If it wasn't in the quarterfinal, Real Madrid could have been semi-final or final. So in the end, you have to beat the best teams to go and win it, which we've done in the past. We beat the best in their own ground. Don't forget 2012. I will never forget that game. Unbelievable. It was unbelievable. It was, it's no description for that. And what we did in their stadium as well. Our fans made it. We could hear our fans because there was about 10,000, I think. But to go and beat them in that Bayern Munich arena, it was unbelievable. Thanks to Drogba and Czech and the whole team, but mostly them two for me. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Let's go. Sorry, we keep you waiting, Cheryl. We have plenty of time. We're going to discuss everything. Things coming up. Cheryl. Yeah, what's
Yep.
your hi? Big up to you. Thanks for coming on. What's your whole take on the Real Madrid draw?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. First of all, I have to say big up to everyone watching and big up to all you guys on this panel. Right. I'm going to be fast because my girl has been waiting for me, so she's saying I'm prioritizing Chelsea more than her. So
Yeah,
I have to make time for her
yeah.
because
I don't blame her because all day you're
yeah.
talking about Chelsea.
Yeah, right. So
You
she's
should have gone
angry
Yeah,
first, man. I
because
would let you get my time.
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
angry, but yeah, I'm going to use a few minutes then. Yeah. All I'm saying is Chelsea is one of the best squads in the world, has one of the best players in the world, right? We have the best squad depth, right? And we can win this game. Yeah, we can win this game. That's if we build on what we have built in the last three games. So I think Modric would be a great addition if he's included in that squad, right?
Mm,
For those tired legs. Because we all know Santiago Bernabeu is the biggest stadium in the whole world. So, Carvajal is old, and so I think that Modric pace would work. So I think overall, Potter has to bring in that mentality right now. Yeah, Kante has to gain those minutes tomorrow. Then, we see how it goes because we have a month left. So we know our tech. We know we have in Real Madrid. And by the way, very many people are saying that it would have been Napoli, it would have been Benfica, it would have been Inter Milan or AC
mm,
Milan, right? But yeah, to be honest with you guys, I'm happy, right? And I'm excited that we have Madrid because at this point, these guys last won. They've won only one game since 1971, right? And the game that they won, it came all in Mendy mistakes and all that. So I think we have a great chance for our revenge and all that. But yeah, also not forgetting Manchester City, and those are the guys I fear because they've knocked us out of the cups this season. They've beaten us 3 times this season, and Pep Guardiola, we in the same league. But yeah, the rest, Bayern Munich and Real Madrid, we safe, guys. We can win it. We have to believe this is Chelsea, right?
Of
We can win
course.
it. So I won't be afraid. I'm not afraid of Real Madrid. The last time we won it, we first beat Zidane, then we beat Simeone, then we beat Pep, right? So we can do it again. Whoever comes, we can beat them. So I think we just have to build and keep on playing the winning mentality and all that. Then yeah, we shall see what happens later on. So that's all I have to
Mm.
say. I had to be quick because
Yeah, I know
then
you said. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for that take, Cheryl. Yeah. So yeah, we have to wait and see. We have games to play before then. Big games. They're all big games now. So we go to
exactly.
the Cheryl and Everton tomorrow. I hope I hope you'll do your predicted lineup. We ask you for that shortly. I'll give you a chance to make your lineup, predicted lineup for tomorrow. What you want to see, not what Potter wants to do. What you would do yourselves if you were the manager of Chelsea. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
yeah, or
Yeah. Go, Cheryl.
yeah, right. My lineup for tomorrow, I would
Okay.
Wesley Fofana, Kepa in goal. Yeah,
Yep.
Wesley Fofana, right? Then I'll have Koulibaly, then Cucurella. He's been performing very well.
Hmm.
I would have had Badia show, but I think Cucurella has to build on his form
Yeah.
because he's been very good. So I would give Cucurella the chance in the back three. Then I'll play Chilwell as my left wing back. Then Enzo Fernandez and Cover in midfield. Then I would have Reece James, though I doubt if he
You
would
think
play.
Rich? Would you risk Rich James starting?
Yeah, I think he would start, though I don't think he would play 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want him to. I want to see him start because
Yeah.
the injury wasn't serious. Just
Ruben wasn't bad against Leicester. Must say he wasn't bad, Ruben.
yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
then you have to understand that we're playing Everton. We need those crosses inside the box,
Oh yeah, yeah.
right? And Ruben can't deliver that. You know,
Yeah. So all
so
right. Yeah, James. Yeah.
to break that line, that Everton line. We're playing
No, I'm just worried
Sean
about.
Dice.
You know what I said, James. I want to keep him on the bench and bring him on late if we need him. You know what I mean? I don't want to risk him to start. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But he's your choice. Yeah.
yeah, Reece James. I'll go with Reece James. Then I'll go with Modric, Felix, and Havertz. It won't change.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that would be my
Yeah, they were
lineup.
good. They were good last week. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
good
very
good
good.
choice.
But yeah, I would make sure that Modric is playing as a left winger. I wouldn't want to see him as a number
Yeah.
9.
Yeah. What about your score prediction?
We're winning 3-1.
3-1 to you. Okay.
Yeah, 3-1.
Reese has gone 2-0. I said 2-0 before. You're saying 3-1, yeah. As long as we win, but we need to win and a good performance. Won't be easy, of course. Sean Dyche, he knows what it means to come to Chelsea and try and get a draw or something like that, you know. He's done
Yeah,
it before
exactly.
with Burnley. He's a good coach. Thanks
Yeah.
for that.
Anyways,
Yeah,
as I live, big up Jules, big up
okay.
JPT,
Big
big
up
up
shower, my
Alicia,
bro. Big up,
big
man.
up
Keep it easy, yeah.
Ocean,
Good show.
big up
Big
Philip.
show. Take care. Go,
Thanks for
go, go give time to the lady, man.
yeah.
Okay, bro.
Okay. But yeah, big up Cheryl. We'll see you next time. Yeah. Um yeah. Let's go back to you, deals. The Everton game. What do you want to say about the Everton game and your predicted lineup? Which
Listen. I think
yeah,
with the Everton game, yeah, I think Everton are gonna try and play defensively because that's what Sean Dyche loves to try to do.
yeah.
I think we need to attack that low block. What they're gonna try and bring. I think if you're looking at attacking at low block, I think you're gonna have to bring in the likes of Sterling on the left. Is Sterling, is he ready or he's injured?
Yeah, he's still injured, I think.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're gonna be having to use a Mudryk,
Yeah,
João Felix, and a Havertz up top.
probably.
I'd
Yeah.
rather see Havertz be as a false nine than putting Mudryk there. I didn't like Mudryk being as a false nine against Leicester, so he needs to
Yeah.
stop doing that because I don't think it will work against a low block, right? If you're gonna come up against a low block, you're gonna have to do like a Havertz up top, or put a João Felix in the 9, and then put João Felix in the 10, right? And then you'll have Mudryk on the left, and then you'll have someone on the right. You know, so
Yeah.
like let's be
Include
real about the
Martinelli?
situation with Everton. I think we need to pass the ball around properly, not be dumb on the ball, because let's be real, we've been playing good football recently. Let's not get excited and get ahead of ourselves, right? Let's go into the game thinking that we can win the game, right? And pass the ball properly, right, to our attackers, and we have to bury our chances,
For
right?
sure.
Because we've seen recently we can't even bury our chances properly, right? When we get our chances and smell blood, this is when we can beat Everton. We know how to beat Everton. Yeah, we know how to deal with them, right? Because remember the era that we had Lampard and all other errors that we smashed these men up at the bridge, right? So we can do it again, right? Yes, we have Potter in charge, but it doesn't take away the fact that we're still Chelsea, right? And we can smash up these guys like easy, like nothing. You know what I'm saying? So to be fair, my lineup is Kepa in goal. I'm playing with a back five, the normal back five, what we've been playing with. But I think I'm gonna go with Kepa in goal. Reece James right back. Right centre back I've got Koulibaly. No, I've got Koulibaly in the middle actually. I got right centre back I've got
Fofana.
Fofana. I've got Fofana right
Yeah.
centre back. And then left centre back I've got Cucurella. And then left back I've got Chilwell. And then in the two I've got Enzo and Cover. And then up top I've got Havertz in the 10, João Felix as a false 9.
Yeah.
And then whoever's gonna be on the right or left, it's gonna have to be a Mudryk on the left. And then I'll put Pulisic on the right.
Okay. Yeah, so you go with Pulisic and you drop in Felix. Or
No. Oh shit, Felix. Oh
yeah,
no,
don't forget.
no. I put
So-
Felix in the 10 role. No, I put him in the 9 role. I put Felix in the 9 role, innit?
All right, so you go Felix, Pulisic, and Havertz.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Front three I'm gonna go with actually it's the front three, innit? So I'm gonna go with João Felix as a 9, and then put Havertz on the right, and then I got Mudryk on the left.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Yeah, Pulisic, I think, will be on the bench.
Deals, you just wanted to use everybody, right?
No, Ocean.
No,
I forgot about that.
You forgot about,
I forgot about that still. But
No, it's no big deal.
Are you listening? No. But
Yeah.
I want to see that João Felix plays a false 9, because I think as a false 9, we know that Enzo can spray the passes, and if Enzo's to see a false 9 of João Felix, I think João Felix could work as a false 9, 100%.
Okay. What's your prediction?
I've got a prediction to win 2-0, bro. 2-0. We're gonna win 2-0.
We're gonna do that after with all the other games, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
We'll get anyway. We're gonna do all the Premiership games, to see how we do in the table with the other people in the chat.
I think Potter needs to understand. Potter needs to understand that. Yes, he needs to for him to work out as a Chelsea manager as well. He needs to be more passionate on the sidelines. And like he said on the fucking interview, right? We're gonna fucking try and win the Champions League, right? Be more like that in the fucking sidelines, right?
That's it.
I think he knows. His ways, Nick. He has to change his
he
ways.
showed a bit against Tottenham. He showed, when you see him, he was putting his hands up and telling the crowd to.
We are Chelsea FC. We're not Brighton FC.
Yeah, so
we're
I want to see more of that. You know what I think about that. That's one of my big reasons why I want him out, because he has to show reaction and passion. Against West Ham, I'll keep going over that penalty incident. when it was a stonewall penalty.
But another
and
thing as well, Nick, yeah, he
and he
doesn't
didn't do nothing. Yeah,
he
go
doesn't
on.
he doesn't what I've realized with Potter, yeah, he doesn't address the mistakes we have. And like that's another
Yeah,
thing with I think with Tuchel, yeah, Tuchel understand the game where of mistakes, right? And he
yeah,
addressed it. He addressed the mistakes, but he also used a situation where I thought Gallagher as a six, that was never gonna work, right?
yeah.
So
Oh yeah,
he that's another thing as well. So with Potter, he needs to understand, stop making the mistakes of certain situations and analyze the what mistakes we make in games as well. You
true.
know?
Yeah, thanks for that, Deals. Yeah, um, yeah, um, yeah. Ocean, what's your? We heard Deals' lineup against Everton. What's your lineup? Your lineup, not
Oh,
Potter's. Yeah,
all right.
Nick,
Yeah.
yeah,
JK's
So,
yeah.
backstage, my bro.
Sorry. Yeah, I
JK's
see Son of
backstage.
Fire. I saw him. I put him on. Where's he gone again? He came off again. uh, um, yeah, he'll be back. Don't worry. Yeah, he was on. I think it's his connection. Yeah, carry on,
uh,
Ocean. Yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. Go on. Yeah.
for my lineup, the way I'm thinking about it, it's Kepa and go obviously. I mean, none of the. I'm not really concerned about Mendy back now. I think there's no need to change that. So Kepa and go. Um,
Yeah.
for the defense, I'm gonna go with the three at the back system, the 3-5,
Hmm.
whatever, 3-4-3, however you
Yeah.
want. So now I have two positions where I'm thinking I might change something. So the big decision for me in the back line is on the right wing back. I think I might just let what's his name, Ruben, continue there and bring in Rhys James later in the game if we need him, or even if we just want to give him a little minute to, warm up, so
Yeah.
so that he doesn't overexert himself and risk another injury. So I might just for that reason keep Ruben at the right back. The right center back is going to be Fofana. Central center back is going to be Koulibaly. Now the left center back is another place where I'm thinking, right? So I'm looking at it. Cucurella. The thing with between Cucurella and Badiashile is I might just for this game up for Badiashile, and I'm only gonna do that because uh, Badiashile has been playing solid for us there, right? But then because he couldn't because he wasn't available for selection in the Champions League, we used Cucurella in the game against
Mm.
Dortmund, and Cucurella played fantastic then, and I think for that reason he earned the start again in the next Premier League game. But now I think since Badiashile has been good there, I think it's just about right to bring him back in now because he's not going to be available for Champions League anyway. So I will bring Badiashile back in. Cucurella can be on the bench, and because I still want to go all out attacking, I would have Chilwell on the left wing. Later
Hmm.
in the game, if we're up and we need to contain the game, then I can take Chilwell off and bring, Cucurella in there so that, because I feel like Cucurella is the better defensive between those two, Chilwell and Cucurella. So
Yeah.
that's what I'll do. So it's going to be Ruben, Fofana, Koulibaly, Badiashile, and Chilwell. And the
Yeah.
central midfield, I mean, I just have to keep that going. Enzo and Kovacic. They've had couple games together, and I need them to continue trying to build that understanding between
Hmm.
them. So that will be the two
Yeah.
central midfield. Then at the
Yeah.
front now, there's one particular name I haven't heard all the people that spoke before me mention, which is Sterling. I think
Aubameyang.
Sterling is available for the
Outstanding.
game, right?
Is it? I'm not sure.
He's
He was.
injured. He's injured. He's
He's
injured. I
Oh,
injured.
think.
I
he's
think.
Yeah,
injured.
he's
He's
Yeah.
injured.
Yeah.
injured.
Yeah.
Him
Yeah.
and
He's
Mount are
still.
Oh,
injured.
He's
Him and
not
Mount are
100%
injured. They're both
ready.
injured.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if he's injured, because if he wasn't injured, then he would have been starting for
Yeah.
me. But if Sterling is injured, then in that case, I guess I would just go with the same front three: Felix, Havertz, and Modric.
Modric. Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
like I said, the thing with that is, whilst uh, I'm not too forced about Modric taking up the central position at times. But the
Mhm.
thing is, I think for the most part, we're saying that Harvard doesn't really want to be in that central position. So for me, I would just want Modric and Felix to kind of rotate that position. Maybe when one, is in, the other is on the left, and when the other
Yeah.
is on the left, the one is in. They can
That's
rotate between themselves, and Harvard can do what he wants to do on the right, and hopefully we can get, you know, something
for sure.
from there. And for
Hmm.
my score prediction, I want to go with my heart and just hope we can get a 2-1 win,
Yeah.
because I think we can score 2 goals, but then I'm also cautious of the
Well,
fact that
we're gonna come to you have
Everton
time
can.
to think for that, Ocean. We're gonna come to the predictions when
Oh,
we do
score prediction. Okay, all right.
when we do the rest of the games for tomorrow.
Oh,
So
okay.
you have time to think about that one, but it's all right. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I will come last anyway. I'll give you my lineup last after JP and Alicia, of course. Certify is back, put it back in. Um, yeah, JP, what's
Yeah.
your lineup and not prediction we do last lineup and your take on the Everton game?
Uh, so of course Kepa in goal still. Now yeah, it's all up to do we want to.
Just to remind everyone, Kepa has been
Mhm.
chosen for Spain for the number 1 slot because
Really?
of his great performances. Yeah, for Chelsea. I knew that will happen. Good luck to him. I'm really proud of Kepa. He's a great player, great man. He shows leadership qualities for us. I can't say anything bad about him. Since he came back, since he, made that new girlfriend, she's changed him completely. God, what a guy now. Yeah, number 1 for Spain, just to let you know. Yeah, go ahead, JP.
And so yeah, now do we want to start James? Whether or not he's still um not 100% fit back. I, I I think I'm confident enough that we can start Ruben Loftus-Cheek to beat Everton. If we have him as a right wing back, and then
Mhm.
we could probably close out the game with James. If not, we can um, sub him out for Ruben, or yeah, not Ruben, Connor. The way Potter likes to use Connor or Zakaria as like our disruptors in the midfield, especially if we have a lead. Uh, Center back, 3 center backs are going to be Fafana, Koulibaly, and Badiashile, I think. And then Chilwell on the left wing back, midfield of Enzo and Kova. I don't want to rush Conte, even though he's back at training. And in the front three, if Sterling's still injured, I'd rather have Havertz up top as the false nine. And yeah, maybe we can have Joao Felix rotating with him if he's coming off on the right wing, and Mudryk as our left winger, and then
Mhm.
which I think if he pairs well on the left side with Chilwell, he's had problems where I would have said maybe Kukurea can start for this game as a left wing back, but um it just seems like there's like a big they don't play well together. So Mudryk and Chilwell on the left will be great. Um, And yeah, I mean, shouldn't take Everton lightly. They're not the best away
Mhm.
side. They've only won once out of 13 games uh, this season.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, that was mostly from Frank, his time as manager instead of Dyche. But Dyche, they won 3 out of 7, I believe. Like,
Something like that, yeah.
since his
He's done well
tenure.
since he's come back. Since he's come in, he's steadied them a little bit. Yeah.
Definitely pulled them out of the relegation zone. So I mean, yeah. So it's good enough to do that, but to come to Stamford
Yeah.
Bridge and walk away with taking any points. Look, I'm superstitious, so what I've been doing, whenever I predict a Chelsea loss, it turns out to come out incorrect, and it's been happening for the past 3 games. So I'm gonna predict a loss. I'll just say 1-0, and hopefully we make it to 4 wins in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, let's go to you, Alicia. Yeah, just to tell you, like, Everton, they have 25 points. They only 2 points, 3 points from the bottom, and it's only 20. Southampton on 22 points. You can go all the way to Nottingham Forest, really, on 29. They're 12th place team. Every single team has a chance to go down. Forest 29 points, Palace 27, Wolves 27, Everton 25, and you got Leicester, West Ham, Bournemouth, all 3 of them on 24 points. Leeds 23 and Southampton 22. It's going to be really a crazy fight to the end for these clubs. And that's why we were so close ourselves. If we didn't get the 3 points at Leicester, we were getting very close to this lot. So, yeah. And at the top, of course, Arsenal at the top, 5 points clear.
Yeah, it's closed down there. I think it's like 4 points between the last and the 12th position.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I said, Ocean.
close.
From Nottingham Forest at 12, 29 points.
And that's because they are even currently leading right now in their game.
Yeah, they're winning right now 1-0. You're right. Yeah, so it's really up at the top and the bottom. All right, you got Arsenal, City looks like they're gonna fight for the league.
Nick,
Man United,
Newcastle losing. Newcastle losing.
Yeah, that's what I said. Newcastle are losing. Forest are winning 1-0. Yeah, Forest. 0-1. Yeah. So Forest always do well at home. If anything will save them, it's a home form. They can't win a game away, Forest, but they can win at home. That's a good result for Tottenham if Newcastle lose. Because they're in 4th place still. Like I said, United 50 points, Tottenham 48, Newcastle 44. That's not before, it'd be different after this game. And Liverpool 42, Brighton 42, Brentford 41, Fulham 39. Then it's us, still 10th, 37 points. So if we win, we have 40 points. We could go a few steps up the league. Depends what happens with Brighton and Brentford and Fulham. Fulham are not playing tomorrow, so yeah.
And Nick, this is what I'm saying. While it can look like it's far off now, if Newcastle end up losing this match, they would have on the same number of games with us. They would be 7 points ahead of us, and Liverpool too will be 5 points ahead. So, and those are the 2 teams that are occupying the Europa League position. So,
exactly.
To some extent, we're not far off at all to actually think we can make the Europe or Champions League places.
If we get 3 points tomorrow, which we have to, and then we got Aston Villa at home next again, so we get another 6 points. We could be 6. You know that. We could be 6 going for Europa League places. Why not? But we just have to keep winning and forget the rest of them.
You think top 4's over? You think top 4's over?
For us, it's very hard. Look, top 4, 48 points right now. Tottenham are fourth, 48 points. Where if we win tomorrow, but let's see who Tottenham are playing. Because don't forget they've got Southampton at Southampton. That could, for me, that's a Southampton win. I really think Southampton can win a tight game there. But you know, if
100%.
No. The thing is,
100%.
even without Tottenham's game, see, the thing is, even without Tottenham's game, Tottenham are 48 points, but they have one more game than us. So
yeah,
if we win tomorrow on the
yeah,
same number of games with Tottenham, they would only be 8 points ahead of us. So
yes,
while I don't want to hurt myself and dream of the top four, I would
yeah.
just say it's not impossible.
No, nothing's
But
impossible.
yeah,
Yeah,
Do you know who Liverpool's next 3 games are? You know who Liverpool's next 3 games are? They
I
got
haven't checked.
us. They got us,
they got
Man
us the
City,
third game
and
coming. Yeah,
Arsenal.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Anyway, chaps, so let's go to Alicia. Then we go to Certify. He's come back on. Alicia, what's your predicted lineup and what's your take on Everton tomorrow? Are you confident? Alicia, are you there? You're on mute. Check your mute button. We come back to Alicia, which is on off mute. Certified, welcome.
Yo, big up. Can you man hear me?
Big up to you.
Big
Yeah,
up, JK.
I hope your connections problems are over now. God, yesterday was funny. It was funny, you know. We coming on, trying. It worked today for you, I think. But
Yeah, because I was hosting the space. That's why.
yeah, that's what you have to do. I couldn't stay long. I had things to do. You saw I had to move.
You had to move and come back for some reason.
Yeah. You done the right thing though. Put me on listen now because I wasn't there. Yeah, I had too many things to sort out today. So I don't know. Alicia, are you back? Alicia?
No, Alicia's not there yet.
Yeah, she's there, but they'll probably do something. Yeah, so we go to you, Certified. I didn't ask you. You just come in, so give us your whole take on the draw game. Well, I didn't hear it properly today because I wasn't in and out.
Nick,
Yeah.
I want to say something before, yeah.
Yeah.
Jude Bellingham's a wanker.
Yeah, he is trying to wreck our players. He's trying to kill his friend Reece James. That was out of order. Chilwell as well.
Having about Cucurella as well.
Yeah, true.
But
anyway, go ahead.
Let me just say, so basically, on the game tomorrow, okay, on the draw, I kind of did know we were going to get a hard team. I already knew. As soon as Real Madrid came up, it's just our luck when we get drawn with these hard teams. Look at what happened with City. Do you know what I'm saying? I just had that feeling. Do you know what I'm saying? But anyways, this is Real Madrid. Am I to be fair, I'm 50-50 because anyways, I wanted a hard team. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I wanted us to prove our worth. Do you know what I'm saying? And I wanted Potter to get tested. Do you know what I'm saying? And this has come at the right time. Do you know what I'm saying? I think the whole month of April really is a big test for this guy.
Yeah.
Knowing where this guy basically it will show us where his direction is. Knowing that Todd Bowley has also set the standard for the club moving forward, that he wants us to be an elite club and everything. If you want to be an elite club, these are the type of games you need to win.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? We also, even in our April fixture, we got Liverpool. Not only Liverpool, we have to go to Old Trafford. We have to go to Emirates. Do you know what I'm saying? We have to play Brentford. Do you know what I'm saying? So it just shows these games just really play a factor in Graham Potter's how do you know what I'm saying? Like in how Graham Potter is urges this team and motivates these teams to win these type of games, especially against sides that are better than us. Do you get what I'm saying? Because lately when we've been playing big teams, they really had a kick about in the park at Stamford Bridge, and and everything, and that can't happen. Do you know what I'm saying? With the team we have, so I'm expecting us to at least get a result at the Bernabeu. I would want us to
JK,
get a result at the
are you going
Bernabeu.
to the game in Stamford Bridge? You going? Yeah.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, innit? I'll
If
see
you
what
go, we
happens.
link up, man. Me, you, and Nick link up, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
we'll
we're
see.
going
We'll
all
see what
game, yeah, why
happens.
not? Yeah, yeah,
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
of course,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah. But like for me, like it's a draw. It's a draw I kind of wanted because I wanted us to get tested. Do you get what I'm saying? Especially that April
Mm,
fixture will be very exciting. Maybe for some Chelsea fans, but for me, I really want to see how this team gets on. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I have seen a turn on mentality in the past 3 games we've won. A change in mentality. Looks like the team morale is getting into place. Do you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? We've seen it in training, in games as well. We see how much these goals that they score mean to them when they celebrate. Do you know what I'm saying? With the fans. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to boost their team morale. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I really want us to see what we do in April because let me tell you this, I think that
Exactly,
also
yeah.
determines even May, but like it determines our top 4 chances really,
Mm,
and also where the mental and I think it also tests the players. I mean, I think it really defines if these players are good enough for the project in the future. It can defines a lot of things. This month is a test for everything, for the players,
mm,
everything. Cause so like because April is coming almost to the end of next season. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think there we can really really see which players really need to go, which players are really willing to fight for the badge. Because we've got
yeah,
these hard games. When you play these hard games, you need to give everything. You need to give your all. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the Madrid thing.
yeah.
I don't really
Hold,
care.
hold, hold on for the Everton thing. Um, sorry, sir, for just
You want to read
yeah, we,
comments?
we come back to the Everton after Alicia does the Madrid thing. We all do
Yeah.
the Champions League first, then we go to the Everton. I just want to see Chelsea. Dan is asking me, do I think we can get 9 points out of the next 3 games? I think he's meaning, yeah, why not? Like I said, we have to win tomorrow. 3 points, then Villa 3 points, then we're at home to Liverpool, and it's about time. We got our revenge on Liverpool. If we carry on this confidence, there's no reason why not. And like Osho said before, we could go really up the table. Imagine we can be at least 5th or even 4th, even if we keep winning.
If we get fourth, we overachieved.
Yeah. Yeah, so a good point, Dan. Yeah. It depends on the team and Potter. Let's see. Has he got it in him, though? Let's see. Yeah, Lisa, you're back now. Yeah, I want to hear your lineup for the Everton game. And
We said Madrid.
Oh yeah.
now she's done Real Madrid already. We're
Yeah,
talking
I did
about, yeah,
the
we,
real.
we all done, yeah. You did, didn't you? We talked about Real
Yeah, yeah.
Madrid.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah,
Like I
because
already.
you're there. Now, yeah, we sort of fireballs in here then. Yeah, so,
Yeah.
yeah, Everton tomorrow, big game again. What's your overall thoughts and predicted lineup?
Okay, so before I go, big up Dan and big up Satisfy. I feel like I haven't seen you in such a long time.
Yeah, big up, big
Uh,
up.
yeah. So I feel like this is a winnable game, depending on how we'll play. The mentality just has to be there, and we have to capitalize on our chances. So for me,
Yeah,
I feel like I can just Cuckoo and I can rest Reece James. So I'm gonna go with 2 Hail Marys. I'm gonna go
mm,
Kepa, and then I'm gonna bring in Batty because I feel like he doesn't play in the Champions League. So Cuckoo gets
yeah,
some time to rest. Then I'm gonna bring in Koulibaly, Fofana, RLC, Chile, and then I'm gonna have Enzo and Kova, and then at the front I'm gonna
yeah,
have Havertz, Felix, and Mudryk. I think we can pull off a 2-0. That's how I would say it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to Havertz, Felix, and Mudryk, yeah, up top.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And if I was I would bring in maybe just Rhys James later on to just like if we need him and Kukurea and maybe I would sub in Zakaria just to see how he does.
yeah, yeah. Good choice. Yeah. We go to predictions. We're going to do last. with all the rest of the games, Alicia. So don't worry about that.
Sorry.
We're going to do the whole Premiership, the whole or every team after we finish up with our comments about the Everton game. So Sodify, let's go back to you. Your Everton
My lineup.
lineup, you know, the usual.
My take on Everton.
Yeah.
For me, let's just do our job. Do you know what I'm saying? One game at a
Yeah.
time, as they say. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got in the Premier, we won the last two. Let's make the last three maybe, and we can get the last 4 wins. Let's just do our job, because bro,
Yeah.
Everton, I don't think I find them that threatening. Yes, they are good under Sean Dyche, but if anything, we shouldn't let them score first, because bro, the way Sean Dyche makes them park the bus is crazy, bro. And you might not be able to score until the 85th minute. It can take you 70 minutes without scoring when they park the bus. And we need to be able to break down that low block if we were to go down. You get what I'm saying? I mean, it will be a difficult game, but I'm expecting Chelsea to do the job at home. Do you know what I'm saying? If it was at Goodson, it'll be different. But I'm expecting us to do the job, man. So yeah, that's what I have to say. But for the lineup, mine's just very quick and brief. I'll go the same lineup as Leicester. Yeah. That's just it.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's what I was going to say. Because we play so well, I don't see no reason to risk James or anyone else. Kanté. All right, give him some minutes, maybe. That's a good idea in the second half. But I would do the same like you, Certified.
And also, Nick,
because
Nick,
the team was on form. You keep the same team.
Nick, we also need to know. We also need to remember during this international break, we need to make sure. I hope our players do not get injured, because we can't miss. Miss any. That's what I'm saying.
For sure.
We can't
we're
afford to miss.
We're gonna have a lot of players going out on international duty. Half the team, nearly all the team, really, they all play for the international sides.
One question.
So go on.
Does anyone know if Argentina are going to play friendlies? Is Enzo going? I don't think there's any. I think it's only for Europe.
No, I think they do. I think they do play friendlies.
So Copa America, is it Copa America and new qualifiers also there?
Yeah, something like that.
I know from South America.
I think that's why they'll all be away. Only Kanté, they won't risk him. He's not going to France because it's just he was injured. Yeah. Yeah, go on, sort of. Yeah, go on. You were saying something. Sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if there's a Copa America qualifiers, JPT, if he's there.
He's here.
Let me check. I
think check on that. I'm not sure.
Copa America, but I think it's the Golden Ball qualifiers. But let me check, because I wasn't sure if these are just friendlies or actual qualifying games.
Yeah, but like I said, it's everywhere. It's all the nations are playing. Yeah. Let me go something before we move on. Let's just see what Chelsea Dan is saying. Nick, I said to God, where's it gone? Chelsea Dan. I said to Alisa on Twitter and Deuce, if you was Potter now, or up 4 players coming back, what full pick of 11 squad at the end of the season would you have in Premier your 11 in Champions?
Certified, that's true.
Yeah, I'll come to that later. I have to think about that, Dan. So we were saying, Alicia's gone out again. Deals. All right, so Certified's gone out as well.
No, I'm here.
Oh, you're here. You're sorry. I've just seen
answer your question.
I don't know, because they're up and down. Everyone's in and out. So it's hard to keep an eye. Because you changed your picture again. We got Mudryk celebrating, and Havertz and that.
Yeah, the game I was
Now
at.
she's back. Yeah, because everyone's in and out again. All right, so let's do the predictions, so we know what we're doing. Like I said, I'm top of the league at the moment. I had 2 results again last week. Like so far I told you. Verda is still on 0 points, and you have 2 points.
How many points am I on?
2. You got
2,
2.
yeah.
2. Yeah, you got 2. 1 week you had 1 result, and 1 week another one. Yeah, and last week he wasn't here. Yeah, and Werner as well is in there. He's in the chat. He gives us predictions. Yeah, anyone who wants to give, we're going to do the predictions, Werner, again, or Dan, whoever's there, you can give your predictions as well if you want. We're going to start off with Forest and Newcastle are actually playing right now. As far as I heard, I think Forest were winning 1-0. We're not going to do that one because they're playing. So we move straight to Brentford against Leicester deals. Brentford Leicester, your score. Deals?
I'm going Brentford 2-0.
Brentford 2-0. Yeah, I forgot to mention deals is on bottom.
Newcastle 1-1.
Oh, you said 1-1 now. All right, keep in touch with that. Yeah, 1-1. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. So you got 2-0 Brentford. At the moment, you're sitting bottom of the table as well, our prediction table here. Still haven't got one result right yet. But you haven't been on every
It's because
show.
Deals is optimistic.
I'm topped, I've got 2 and 2.
Bro. I
God.
just go with the scores, how with the flow, bro.
Yeah, you go how you. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So JP, Brentford, Leicester.
I'm predicting a 2-1 Brentford win. I would hope that Brentford
Sorry?
drops from this because
Brentford. Sorry,
Brentford
say that
with the
again.
2.
I heard your dog bark.
You hear someone's
Yeah,
dog.
That's
hold on a second, hold
JP's.
on. She's barking in a second.
Yeah. So you're saying, sorry, say again. Brentford.
2-1 Brentford.
2-1 Brentford. Yeah. Alicia.
3-1 to Brentford.
Brentford at home. You're saying 3-1, yeah?
Yeah, 3-1.
3-1. Okay. Certify. Brentford, Leicester.
2-2.
2-2.
We need Brentford to drop points.
Yeah, and I'm going. What else? Yeah, I'm going for Brentford. Leicester, they need points as well. They, at the bottom, Brentford are so good at home, so it has to be 2-0 to Brentford for me.
I don't know what's happened to Brentford. I mean, Brentford have actually they kind of lost form.
They're not at home though. They keep winning at home.
I know, but they've lost a bit of form. I mean, they've been drawing a lot of games.
Yeah. Away they have, but at home they keep winning. Yeah, that's why I'm going to New Brentford. I fancy Leicester could be relegated. Really, that's one of my teams going down. I think Everton will survive, and Leicester will go down. Anyway, let's go to Southampton and versus Tottenham deals. Southampton at home, of course.
I'm going Southampton 1-1 with Tottenham.
1-1, very good choice. JP.
Shut up. She's so
If she wants to say the prediction, go.
I would say 1-1. You said this is Southampton first.
Yeah, Southampton at home.
Yeah, 1-1.
Okay. 1-1. And let's see Danny see. Danny's saying Brentford draw. Brentford draw. Okay, we put that in. A Forest win. Yeah, Forest are playing now. We won't count Forest then. Forest is 1-1 for the time being. Give us your Southampton Tottenham, Dan, if you want. And anyone else who wants to give the predictions. I don't know where Vana's got to. Usually gives the predictions. Maybe he had to go.
You know what? I think Southampton will win. I think you'll win 2-0.
I come to you yet. Hold on. We got to ignore that. So JP
Oh, I
1-1.
thought you were talking. I thought you were
Yeah.
talking to us. I thought.
I know.
Oh, you
I
said
was talking
whether.
about that. I was talking to the chat. yeah, never mind. It's all right. Alicia, Southampton, Tottenham,
2-1 to Southampton.
2-1. Yeah, good, interesting. Certify,
Yeah, I'm going 2-0 Southampton. I think they'll lose.
2-0. I already said 1-0 in my top 6 thing on that top 6 Sky top 6. I said 1-0 Southampton, so I'm sticking 1-0 Southampton because I never put Tottenham to win anything, any game. They have to lose. We hate Tottenham. Yeah. Aston Villa, Bournemouth. Deals. Aston Villa, Bournemouth. Very interesting game. This.
I'm gonna go Aston Villa.
Yeah, but what's the score?
2-0.
2-0 Aston Villa. Yes, good prediction, really. JP.
I'm
Villa,
going 1-0 Villa.
1-0 Villa. Alicia.
I think they haven't been that bad, so I'm going 2-2.
2-2. Yeah, even Bournemouth ain't been that bad, really. Ocean is back. We come to him in a minute. Yeah, so you got 2-2. Certify.
Yeah. You know,
Aston Villa, Bournemouth.
this is hard to predict because Bournemouth can give us surprises. Do you know what I'm saying? And
Bournemouth
That's
has come in a
Liverpool.
bit of form.
do you know what's crazy? Aston Villa haven't even been that good. I watched them against West Ham and they were bad.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's got a Bournemouth draw or win. I don't know. I think Bournemouth are the favourites for this game, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go Bournemouth 1-0.
Bournemouth 1-0. Okay, it could well happen. Bournemouth 1-0. I'm going because I want Villa to win me. You know why? Because I want Bournemouth out the league. They haven't got a bigger enough stadium to stay in this Premiership. I think it's disgusting that they're a Premiership side, 11,000 capacity. It's crazy. The away support, you get 500 tickets you're allowed to go to Bournemouth. And that's, 3,000 usually we get. It's disgusting, but, they are playing good. I don't blame the players. I blame the club. This new owner should rebuild. So unless they rebuild, they have to go down for me.
Yeah, I think Bournemouth's ownership. I know they've actually got new ones now. I mean,
they have, yeah.
But the owners before them were they were bad, man.
Exactly. They had money. They
did
didn't
nothing
want
to that stadium.
11,000. It's a non-league level. You know what I mean? Even Leighton Orient get more than that. In the division League 2. Yeah, so I'm going Villa because I want Villa to win. I'm going to 2-0 Villa myself. Yeah. Sorry, let's put Ocean's back. He's having trouble there. Yeah, Ocean with all right, leave it to there. So I'll go to Ocean to catch up. We'll be doing the predictions, Ocean. We've said the first 3 games, all of us. So I'll come to you. I'll put you here. Hold on. Ocean. Yeah. First game, Brentford, Leicester for you. Ocean?
Brentford, Leicester. Who's at home? It's Brentford.
Brentford at home to Leicester. Yeah.
Brentford, Leicester. I think that game is gonna be. I'm putting like a 2-2 draw. I think Leicester can get a draw. Coming off the back of their last game,
So
I
you
think we can get a draw, and I think it's going to be a scoring draw. So 2-2, I guess.
2-2 for
Wait
you.
for that as
Yeah.
well.
Okay. Yeah. Someone else. You said that sort of. Yeah. Anyway, the next game, Southampton, Tottenham.
Southampton, Tottenham. I think Tottenham win this one. I think it's gonna be. Uh, Let me see. I think it's probably gonna be tied, but I'll just give uh Tottenham the edge 1-0. Tottenham.
1-0 Tottenham, 0-1. Okay. And Aston Villa against Bournemouth.
Villa, Bournemouth, Villa home. Yeah, Villa can win there. Villa, Bournemouth. That's difficult.
It's a difficult game. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Villa can use the home advantage. Yeah, I see that can be. Let
Yeah.
me go. Let me go. Let me just go 3-1 in favor of Villa. Because I think
3.
Villa is
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. 3-1. Another good prediction. Yes, I'll get that. All right, so we go back now. We have where everyone said the same. All the teams. Now we can go from the start to deals, back to deals. For Wolves against Leeds, deals
I'm going with Wolves 2-0, 2-1, 2-1. Wolves.
2-1 to Wolves. Yep. JP,
Who are Wolves playing?
at home. Wolves at home to Leeds.
Oh yeah, no. Wolves. I will say 2-0.
2-0 to Wolves. Alicia,
2-1 to Wolves.
2-1. Everyone's going Wolves so far. The Wolves are in the house. Yeah. No one's giving anything to Leeds, and they're desperate for points. So
No, Leeds
Wolves,
can go down, man.
I don't want Leeds to go
Yeah,
down.
yeah. Who
We
cares?
hate Leeds, but they are a big club. We are,
I hate
for
them,
me, I
man.
want the big clubs in the Premiership, like Nottingham Forest, Leeds. They're massive clubs. They were, great clubs, big clubs.
I just
And I
don't like
was,
their fans.
yeah, I know we don't. We hate Leeds, but we want them there near to us so we can rival them, certify. So I don't get any bigger thrill when I'm at Chelsea playing Leeds, and we're also thousands of us singing that song. We all hate Leeds and Leeds and Leeds. You know what? How much how I feel because it comes from the 70s. All the way back. That song. It is something you're going to understand when you get my age, and hopefully you're still a Chelsea fan by then.
Are you for
I
real?
know, you will be. But I know you're a real Chelsea fan. I know that all of you here are. Yeah, I wouldn't have you here if you wasn't. Anyway, yeah. So Wolves Leeds certify
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1 Wolves.
2-1 again. No one's given Leeds any hope. God. So
You don't deserve it.
Ocean, Will Ocean. Let's see, Ocean.
I'm gonna go 1-1.
1-1. Yeah, good choice. That's what I was thinking as well. I think Wolves, they're struggling for goals, really, but they hit a little bit of form. But I think they're still with Leeds, Leeds are desperately need something, and I think they will get a draw as well. 1-1, I'm going. 1-1.
Yeah, Nick. That's the thing for me. I think they're gonna draw. I was
Yeah.
gonna go 0-0 before, but because everybody's thinking there might be goals in there, that's why I said,
Yeah.
okay, let me just put it
Even
up.
yeah, even a new is a good one
For me,
because
like
yeah,
Nick, with Leeds, I like the team. I just don't like their fans. Like I like their
I know,
players.
but the
Yeah,
fans we never like the fans. It's the rivalry we have. They can't even talk properly. When you see them, they
yeah.
always
When they
keep
were
trying.
singing in the train station,
Yeah,
when they were
JK,
singing in the train
JK,
station,
JK. The
yeah.
they
rivalry
were
goes
they were
back in
they
from
were
the
moving like
old
the BTEX
days.
Scousers.
Nick's telling you the rivalry with Leeds come back in the old days, bro.
Yeah, I
Yes.
know that. I
That's
know
what
that.
I'm
I
saying.
know that.
was
I know that.
way.
That's what I'm saying. People, because Leeds have been absent in the Premier League for a while now, people
We missed
don't
them.
realize. People don't
Yeah.
realize they're like a big rivals for us.
Yeah, they're big rivals. I know that.
Yeah. So I know you didn't like what they did that again, in
It was
the
from that FA Cup
station.
final in the
Yeah.
70s.
Yes, of course, and I was there, and their massive team. The players they had similar what we had. They had every position similar, but not as good enough. We had Peter Osgood. They had Mick Jones, another unbelievable player. You won't know, but you go back to and watch them players play. You're going to see what I mean.
I've heard of him.
They had Lorimer, the fastest player at that time, the hardest shot in English football. He could shoot like no one on earth could shoot harder than him. He was in football. I'm talking about the hardest shot in football in the whole Europe. That was Peter Lorimer. For you, but we had great players as well. They were doing better in the league, and we were just sort of behind them in those days. But it was massive, and it's because of that. And Leeds, when they were down for so many years, my son as well, we couldn't wait for them to come back up, to get rivalry again, to bring it back. You know what I mean? So far. It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing like Chelsea Leeds or Leeds Chelsea. I remember going to Ellen Road. You thought the station thing was something. You go to Leeds and you're going to see.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell, man.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's the rivalry. It's that's why I want them here, close to us. It's all banter. Of course, we want Tottenham to go down, West Ham, because we hate them and all that. But even them teams, if they go out too long, it's going to be like Leeds. Oh, we want you to come back. We miss the rivalry. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear that. I hear that.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, let's go on. Yeah, yeah, it's funny in a way, but that's how it is. Football. It's a religion. That's what it is. Right. Where was I now? We all said Leeds. Right. Chelsea, Everton. Deals. I think you said it before, but I said
We're gonna win 2-0 still. We're gonna win 2-0.
2-0 Deals. JP.
For superstition reasons, I'm gonna say for Chelsea to lose. But of course, that's not what I really want. But like I said,
I know what you mean. Because you know what happened last. You know what we did last time? We predicted Chelsea Southampton, and we all went 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. And we lost 1-0. Certified, you were here, remember?
Yeah, was that the game?
Yeah, no, I mean the prediction when we all said
Yeah, I
3-0.
remember.
And then in the end we're going to lose. Yeah, God. Oh my God. Yeah, so goes JP.
So yeah, so I'll just keep the superstition going and just predict a Chelsea loss.
Really?
That for superstition reasons.
Yeah, all right. So what, 1-0?
Just make sure you
1-0,
elaborate
1-0.
on that, because if you go on certain fan channels, they're gonna say, "Oh, you're not proper Chelsea."
Well, that's why I just said. That's why I said the whole thing.
No, he's saying it. He's saying it for. He doesn't want to, make us lose. He's gonna say we're gonna lose, so we win. That's what.
To the point where I wear almost the exact same outfit since we won versus Leeds. I'm like, okay, let me just see if this keeps going. I'm very superstitious like that, so that's why I'm just going for that. And whether or not people keep saying we'll say if I'm proper Chelsea or not for whatever reason, they can go to hell.
JP, don't worry about that, please. Don't even worry about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay. Yeah, that's okay. No problem. Yeah, Everton win for different reasons, of course. For JP, we know. So we know what it means. Could give us luck. Alicia.
For me, I'm gonna say 2-0.
2-0. Yeah, 2-0 so far.
To
It's,
Chelsea.
yeah, of course, yeah.
There's no
Certify,
superstition.
certify,
We'll go 3-0 Chelsea.
3-0. Yes, I want a big result tomorrow, really. But I'll go to Ocean next. Ocean,
For me, I'm thinking 2-1, only because I think Everton could actually catch us on a set piece or a corner or something. I think they have strength in that area.
yeah,
So
true.
that's why I'm thinking maybe they get one, but I think we can score two. So
Yeah,
2-1.
2-1, good result. And for me, I have to say what I said. I think I was thinking yesterday. Uh, I went for 2-0, so I have to keep 2-0. So all three of us have gone 2-0. Certified 3-0, Ocean 2-1. JP,
And my one is gonna be a consolation goal. I see. It's not like a case of
yeah,
1-1 and then we have to get.
okay.
I think
I
it's a
put. I'm
one
gonna
goal
put a
consolation
little.
for them.
I'm gonna put a little C at the bottom, so we know. So if that happens, if it's 2-0 to Chelsea and they get a consolation, you will get 3 points for that in the table, not 2 points. Yeah, not 1 point for the prediction. You get 3 points because you got the consolation correct.
All right,
So
fair.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, I said 2-0 for that one. The last to our bitter enemies deals. You know who that is, don't you? Arsenal. I
Bro,
can't
they're
stop
not our
laughing.
rivals, bro. They're not our rivals, bro.
I
Bro, they're
can't
not our
stop
rivals,
laughing.
bro.
God,
Bun them,
you
bro.
know,
They're not our rivals. Let's be real, yeah.
no,
These
they
man,
are
these man.
London
You know, I
rivals.
call these man joke men, joke
No,
men,
they
joke
are
men.
South London rivals. Don't forget where they came from. Woolwich, the Arsenal Woolwich. That was that club. Something went wrong over the river, and they ended up in North London. Uh, that's why I was bantering that Arsenal guy. Remember, he started getting carried away with Arsenal's London's red. I said to him, "You know where you came from. Go back there to Woolwich." I said to him.
They're getting too excited. They're getting too excited.
They were
Need
to
to
you
hype
last
down.
night.
They need to hype down, bro.
Oh God!
Back to their
But
Banter FC hype. That's what they need to do.
Sporting Lisbon put them to the sword. Great game, by the way. It was a great game. I watched it, and of course I was
You know,
supporting Lisbon.
let's talk about Ramsdale, brother. How
Oh
does
God!
he save that?
Yeah,
What the
yeah,
hell?
unbelievable save he did. So did their goalkeeper, Lisbon's goalkeeper. You see, not just a penalty.
Oh, he was amazing.
He was good as well. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a great result for us who don't like Arsenal. But let's so deals. What you got? Arsenal against Crystal Palace. Palace without a manager. You know, João Vieira was sacked today. Patrick Vieira was sacked from Crystal
Yeah, I know
Palace.
about that, bro. Palace are
Yeah,
wrong for sacking him still. I think they would have stayed up if they had him still.
I don't know, but you know,
Is-
Palace always they go a certain way. They always sack
Do you know
manager
what I
after
liked
manager.
about Vieira?
Yeah,
You know, JK, you know what I liked about Vieira, yeah? But no, this ain't nothing to do with race, yeah, but he tried to implement a Crystal Palace team with all black players in it. You get me? And
yeah,
I respect him for trying to do that still. Like trying to implement an all black team into Premier
yeah.
League.
Sorry, deals. Hold on. Sorry, just to say to OG, yeah, OG, there's plenty of room. You know, if you want to come on, I'm allowed 10 panelists anytime. That's why I made this channel bigger, so we can have 10 people. So you're welcome to come if you want. Don't worry. Yeah, so you're welcome, as always. People in the chat and everywhere. Don't forget Chelsea OG. He has a great YouTube channel. Great Chelsea fanatic again, like us. I advise you to subscribe to his channel as well. And I haven't forget Chelsea Dan's channel as well. Sorry not to mention it before, Dan. I didn't think. So yeah, Chelsea's Dan, he's on YouTube as well. Go and subscribe to him. He has a great channel as well. Full of good people on the panel and everything. So OG, you can come on anytime. I think you have the link anyway. Yeah, so yeah, let's move on. So, what do you say, Deals? Arsenal Palace.
I'm gonna go with 1-1.
1-1. Okay, yeah, it's hard for Palace. No manager. Could it be a manager bounce? They can go and beat them. You never know. Arsenal are going to be down, depressed after last night. Anything can happen in football. JP, anything can happen.
Anything could happen. I think they're gonna come with thinking about the Sporting loss, early elimination from the Europa, which probably will help motivate them to get a. I'm gonna go with the 2-1 win for Arsenal. Did they announce who the replacement's gonna be for right now? Because I saw something earlier
No,
about Roy
at the
Hodgson
moment they
was in
have
talks.
at the moment no. They have the caretaker youth. I think a youth, someone in the youth.
Nick.
Yeah.
I want to talk about our players in training. Yeah,
Hold on.
every player that we
Yeah,
have
hold on.
right now, they
Let's
look
finish the
happy, bro.
prediction. Hold on.
They look happy, bro.
Yeah, hold on a second. Can you go on mute? I'm not getting echoing. Let's finish these predictions first. It was not long. It's the last game, yeah. Alicia, Arsenal,
Okay,
Crystal
so
Palace.
I really want Arsenal to lose, but at the same time, like I think with the loss yesterday, they're gonna have like some mentality kick in.
Yeah,
So hopefully they will lose, but I think I'm gonna go 2-1 to Arsenal.
2-1 as well, like JP. Certify.
Arsenal win this game. Yeah, it depends. They're gonna have the caretaker, yeah, but Arsenal, as much as it hurts us, but Arsenal are not Arsenal, where we go lose to managerless teams. So
Yeah,
Arsenal cruise through this 3-0, man.
yeah,
Fed up of trying to predict Arsenal lose. I'm hoping. I keep on hoping. I keep praying.
and they
And,
don't lose.
yeah,
But
and these
they
teams
lost
don't
last
Wait
win
till
night.
nothing.
April. Wait till April, and the losses for them might
Yeah.
start coming in.
So what's your score? Sorry, Certify.
Put 3-0 Arsenal.
3-0. 3-0
And if you
to
don't
us.
mind, Martinelli will score. He will redeem himself after that.
I'll put you Martinelli. See
Yeah,
if you get that right.
yeah, put Martinelli to score.
Okay, I've done that. Ocean, Arsenal, Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I'm with certified. Like, even though I know most of the guys like me too want them to lose, I think Arsenal are gonna slap these guys. I'm going 4-1, just because I think Crystal Palace might at least score. So I'm going 4-1.
4-1.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
wow.
want them to. I want them to lose, but I don't think it's
know.
happening.
I know.
After the Sporting Lisbon, I think they're coming back with fire.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's a good prediction, really, after everything.
Is it
4-1.
at the Emirates or at Selhurst?
At Arsenal, JP.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's at
I'll still
Arsenal.
keep it at 2-1. I'll still keep it at 2-1.
Yeah, and even Dan saying Dan is going for Palace win. He's the only one, I think, going for a Palace win. Dan usually gets everything wrong, so let's hope he's right this time. Yeah, I hope you're right. But I was thinking about that. You know,
I hope you're right on this one, Dan.
You know what? I was thinking about that, Dan. I was thinking before Vieira got sacked, I was going to put Palace 1-0. But now they have no manager, and Arsenal are really going to be pissed off about yesterday. So I went for 3-0 Arsenal. I hate to put that, but that's what I said. I hope I'm wrong. Please be wrong, but I have to put 3-0 to Arsenal. I think they're going to get revenge for their loss out of Europe. Yeah, that was the last one. So we all done that. Yeah, now you can say, Deals, you wanted to say something about the training.
Yeah, everybody looks happy in training.
Yeah.
They look like they want to play football. Like before we didn't even see that. Like now you're seeing a different vibe in trainings and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I see that as well. You're right. You're right. They look happy. Like the players, they said, like we heard Felix talk, Cover talks before. Uh, they're all together. They're saying, the manager. We're with the manager. We're all together. There's no, with Potter, there's no hate, any hate going on in the dressing room. Anyone, I think they're all together. It's just the thing is, it's just that he's not experienced enough, and it's hard for us to. I don't know, hard for me anyway to believe he's going to be a top manager. But I could be wrong. But I can't feel it. I don't know what's wrong. I can't feel what I felt when Mourinho came, when, like I said before, Ranieri came, Ancelotti, even Sarri. I had a feeling for him. I don't get a feeling with Potter still. It's not as fast as it was. So after the Southampton game, I was very bad, and especially Tottenham. God, I even predicted we lose 2-0 that game, and I got it right. But I hope he proves me wrong. Because I want to see a manager, another English manager, succeed at Chelsea. It's been the last time we had a big manager was Dave Sexton in 1970, and he was some manager, world class at his time. He's the last great English manager we had. We had plenty. We had Glenn Hoddle. Glenn Hoddle revolutionized the team, the whole team. He done brilliant as well, but Dave Sexton won us 2 major trophies. The FA Cup for the first time in our history, and the Cup Winners' Cup against Real Madrid, of course. Again, that was, we had a great record.
Nick, what was it like playing Everton back in the 90s and like your time?
Oh, Everton were a very good team. They won the league in 72. They won the league. They were top in the 70s, late 60s, 69. It was Everton, Leeds, Liverpool were, down the table like us. We were finishing like 5th, 6th. With Liverpool, we were behind Leeds and Everton. Man United, even. Man United didn't come good for a long time as well. But they were there. They had great players. At Everton, in those days, 70s especially, Everton, United, Leeds, Liverpool, West Ham, Tottenham, Arsenal, the players were all superstars. Not 1 or 2 players, every single player, from the goalkeeper to the centre forward. They were unbelievable players. That's why you see a lot of these players, they became managers, they became, I'm talking about George Graham, he became a manager. People like that. Sam Allardyce, he was a great player at his time. He became a manager. Not so great, but he knows how to manage. Sean Dyche, don't forget, he was a player. It was so different than the teams. It was completely different to now. Now you have 2 or 3 great superstars in the team, and the rest not so good. You don't get them sort of teams. We're getting close again. I've got a feeling we're getting close because we're going back to our traditions, young, great players, which we had. Don't forget Peter Osgood made his debut at 18 years old. He was a top scorer at 18 years old in the league. We had Charlie Cook, Alan Hudson. They're all young, all from our academy. So it's similar now. I see a similarity with the likes of Felix, Mudryk, Mudeki, Chukwuemeka, great young players. I see a very similarity. So I think it will be like that. All we need now is a super number 9. Like we said before, I think Osman would be a great signing if we get him. We need a proper number 9 like we had always. We dropped Acosta. They didn't wear the 9, but they were number 9s. They were You couldn't budge them off. Well, that's what we need right now. Forget that midfield and everything else. We have plenty. But, all right, another DM to cover for County won't be bad. And a centre forward. I'm sure Chelsea are going to go in for Osman. Like every other club, every big club is going to go after that player. In the end,
Newcastle winning now 2-1.
Oh, are they? God. So Forest could lose their first home game. I don't think they lost the home game, if I'm right.
They have.
Have they?
Lost.
Oh.
They've lost lots of them. I mean, I remember before pre-World Cup. Remember Bournemouth were 2-0 down and they came back.
Yeah.
City beat them this season. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they did lose a lot of home games, but I don't remember the teams. I believe they also lost to I think they also lost to West Ham. I don't know.
Yeah, Chelsea Dan said he got the bet right last night. He put money on Arsenal to lose on penalties. He won £780. God, you can send us some drinks then, Dan, because we're thirsty here. Yeah. Good luck to you, man. That's funny. Yeah. Well, if you got that, it was a great result for Lisbon, though. Yeah. So I get what you say, Dios. We are looking happier. I just want us to show that tomorrow. I'm sure, it ain't going to be easy. Sean Dyche, he's going to come like yours. Someone said, I don't know who it was, Ocean. They're going to sit back. They're going to defend like a lot of teams used to do when we had Josie in charge. They come. They sat back and, just sat back. They were scared to attack us. But these, I don't think teams are scared to attack us now, like then. But, we're looking better. So it won't be easy, but we have to win. Yeah. And anyone else wants to say anything, go ahead. You can, you can talk. You don't have to wait for me to ask you to talk here. Yeah.
What, you talking about the game?
Yeah, we were talking about. I was just said about Everton and Sean Dyche.
Oh, so basically, let me just cover some things I heard on the space. When not yesterday, but like I think it was 2 days ago.
Certified, take over for 5 minutes.
Yeah, of course.
I won't be long. Yeah.
Yeah, like Ocean, are you there? I remember you guys were discussing transfers and Declan Rice came up and there was a big argument on it.
Yeah, that was on my space, bro.
Yeah, that was on your space. I was listening. Yes, your points for getting Declan Rice was valid, all of you. I think Declan Rice is a good player. You know what I'm saying? But then we're trying to look for someone that can sit. Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, and Declan Rice doesn't sit. Let's be honest, man. Like in his game, he doesn't sit, bro. He really doesn't. If you look for West Ham, look at West Ham. I've been watching West Ham and I've had a look at this guy, Declan Rice. I mean, he does defend at times, yes, but for England, you know what I'm saying? But then if you look at it, I've seen players go past him so much. Like lately, I mean, not only him and Souček have not been playing well. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not only on Declan Rice. He's on what I rate about Declan Rice, I just like the way he attacks and creates. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is to you, JK, what I'm trying to say is to you, we're looking at bringing in a Lavia over Declan Rice, and what my issue over that is Lavia ready? Is he developed?
And that's why I don't want this, and that's why we shouldn't get Lavia. That's the thing. It's not like I'm saying, oh, I'd rather take Lavia over Rice. Rice is a good player.
These man were saying in the space yesterday, bro. JK, yeah. Reece and who else was it? I think it was Reece and Gunner. Reece and Gunner said, "Oh, how Lavia will come in and he would do the job straight away." I said, I don't agree with that because I think he's still developing.
For me, exactly, he's still developing. Let's just try give him one more season at Southampton before we start jumping on his back. You know what I'm saying? Because he's gonna feel the pressure here. I don't mind taking Rice, but It depends on the price. If we're paying at least 80 million or 70,
But JK, you know the real reason why we're probably trying to go get Lavia, because apparently Man City are looking to buy his release clause again, and Man United's interested in him, and other teams are interested in him. Apparently,
yeah. But I get why they want Lavia because he's a player that can play on his own. He's a good lone DM, and the way he can dictate that midfield on his own while sitting back and bringing a ball. But the only problem is he's way too young. He's only 19. So to make him the center of attention at Chelsea and saying he's the only jigsaw we need, nah, that can't happen. I wouldn't mind Declan Rice, but then if we're going to play, if we're playing a 4-2-3-1, then I'll understand why we'll go for Rice.
do you
But
know?
if we're
No,
going to
you
be
know
playing
what
four
would
three
what would
three,
make sense though, JK? If we're
well,
gonna go get a Declan Rice, then bring in like a Coney. You know what I'm saying? You can't just
yeah,
bring in Declan Rice in. I don't understand that.
yeah. Like for me, I wouldn't mind taking Declan Rice, but for me, I look at him as a 50-40 million pound player. Do you get what I'm saying? He's not worth the money we're going to give him. And I know we're going to try to give him 120 million. If that's the case, then we should just leave it. He's nowhere near that. Has he done what Enzo has done to be that price tag? No. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just money wasted for nothing. If we're getting him for 50-40 million, you know what? Fine, let's take him. You know what I'm saying? But right now, but this guy is not worth that much. Worth bidding though. If Arsenal want him, they can take him. But like, I don't know if they're gonna get the money. I have a feeling that he will stay at West Ham again for some reason. They kind of do need him. Maybe if he gets relegated, they'll decrease the price. If West Ham gets relegated, they'll decrease the price, which they should. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I don't see Declan Rice wanting to play Championship. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but for me, the ideal DMs that I would take, that sits. Um, People say Kone. Kone doesn't sit. He's very, very similar to Enzo, in a sense that he likes to push up the pitch a lot. Um, his defending ain't that great. I can't blame him because he's normally been told that Borussia Gladbach, whatever that team name is, whatever that name is of that team, Gladbach, whatever, Borussia Gladbach to push up as the other DM sits. I've been watching him. Do you know what I'm saying? And what we want is to Enzo to just have that freedom to create. You know what I'm saying? And that person sits. Do you get what I'm saying? For me, if we want those type of players, then I'm looking at Edson Alvarez, players like him. You know what I'm saying? Very good player, very very strong defensively. I like the way
I
he
hear
protects the
you,
back line.
JK, bro. I hear you,
Very very
bro.
strong. He's very very strong. I've seen him at the gym. Have you looked at him? He's very strong. Big
Yeah,
and
I know
stuff.
what you're talking about, bro. I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about,
we
bro.
have to look at people like Edson Alvarez. Obviously, yeah, I like Joe Gomez, but that guy's gone now. Do you know what I'm saying? And you look at the way he's balling out in Wolves. You know what I'm saying? Look at the way he was. Did you see him play against Liverpool?
Yeah. I think he's quality. I think he's Joe Gomez is a quality midfielder. But
Quality
again,
midfielder.
I
We've
think
missed
the
out
thing is
big time.
right. We got other priorities, and I think
Yeah.
that's why we didn't look at him as an option.
Yeah, for me, someone like Edson Alvarez, someone who's got the basically the abilities of Rodri. I know you haven't got many, but at least we can bring in someone the ability of Rodri. One of those two. I'm not saying Rodri will come. I'm talking about players with the same ability. We look at and Edson Alvarez is one of them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind one of those. You know what I'm saying? But like, we also need to pay attention on the right wing area because I know we're going to be missing a lot of players from right wing when we get rid of players like ZH and everything. Pulisic probably will be going. You know what I'm saying? So
JK,
yeah.
before we play Real Madrid, yeah, what do
hmm
you want to see try to do implement to beat in Real Madrid before we no before, implement before Real Madrid playing Real Madrid?
Probably to play back three. He needs to play back three. I mean, if let's play what we were comfortable with. We even beat Real Madrid. Have even struggled against teams that play back three. Do you know what I'm saying? Look at the way we played them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like for me, I think we should play with a back three. Stick to what these players know. Do you know what I'm
What are you
saying?
saying then? So are you saying that he should try out the team that he's gonna play against Madrid in a match? before
No, he should stick. He
we
should
got.
stick with the team. For me, I don't think. Yes, he can change the team if he wants to put in Golo Kante there. He can, but for me, we need to make sure that our players have that chemistry together. I mean, we need the players to work as a team. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to add any other player in a lineup. Like for example, people are saying play Mason, no, play Mason Mount. Oh no, no, nah. He's not been playing with us recently. And what's the point of bringing him in? If he's going through contract situations. You know what I'm saying? Against a big Real Madrid team. You know what I'm saying? So for me, wherever lineup Potter wins with, we should be keeping that lineup. Unless someone gets injured, because we change our lineup too much. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's and it's crazy. We don't need Liverpool, you don't see them change their lineup like that. Man United have a fixed lineup. Chelsea are the only team after transitioning lineup all the
I
time.
think that's another thing as well because we've got so many players in the training ground. They don't know who's starting week in and out, and I think that's another thing as well. Some players don't know who's starting, but again,
It's
we
because
know that
Graham
Reece
Potter.
James will start. We know what a Chilwell will start. You know,
Yeah.
so like with certain positions up for grabs, this is the issue. Potter needs to know who his starting 11 is.
The
Right?
only
Yeah,
problem with Potter,
real
wait,
quick.
wait, Potter, yeah, go on, Ocean.
Yeah, so the thing with, like you said, with Mason Mount, I think even today, didn't they already confirm that he's not going to be in the team for tomorrow?
Yeah, Hardy's not
Yeah,
going to be in the team for tomorrow.
so I think whatever the situation is, they're gonna have to manage that, and I'm not bothered as long as it doesn't affect the team overall. As long as they keep it away from the football pitch, then I couldn't care less. The other thing I wanted to say before you guys gloss over was the Declan Rice thing that you said, right? I wasn't really part of that conversation, but the thing for me is, even though I'm not like really big on Declan Rice, and I think people tend to overhype, and the way Chelsea fans make it look like maybe he's gonna be, I think they overhype him a little bit, but I still think he's a good player, right? And the other part I would disagree with you is that Declan Rice sits in the midfield. I don't understand where that logic comes from that he's not a sitter. He sits in the midfield. You just talked about just because a player might tend to get to offensive position some one or two times in a game, that happens. Even your centre backs get to offensive position. But Declan Rice naturally sits and try to control the game in the midfield, from the base of the midfield. That's his game, actual game. You understand? So
This season, he's not.
Even the Rodri that you're talking about, doesn't Rodri get to the edge of the 18 and take
This
shots and
season,
do
he's not
this?
been doing that much. That's my point.
Yeah,
Do you know what
but
I'm
the thing
saying?
is, the thing is, while you can say this season he's not been doing it as much, you have to understand that to some extent too, when the team is struggling and like West Ham is doing right now, he might be taking initiative on himself to at least try and go up to contribute and try to make things happen sometime.
Yes, I understand.
But naturally, he mostly tries to sit and control the game from the base of the midfield.
Yeah, I
So,
understand where
but
you're coming
I'm
from.
not really a big
Maybe
Declan
it's
Rice
because
fan,
of
so I
David.
couldn't care less. So,
Yeah, but maybe it's because of David Moyes. I don't know, because because they become so defensive, they need they need some sort of because they need some sort of midfielders to push up as well when they counter attack. And I've also even when you've seen them play us as well, like they become now a counter attacking team. They never used to be like that. You know what I'm saying? But now they become a counter attacking team, and Declan Rice is most of the time in those attacking final third or
Chelsea,
something. You know what I'm
sort of like
saying?
yeah,
But my
real quick,
point is, Ocean, my point,
yeah,
Ocean, let me tell you this, Ocean. Let me
yeah,
tell
I'm
you this.
listening.
I'll be honest, West Ham have a lot of players that are good. It's just David Moyes. But let me tell you this here. I wouldn't mind Declan
I
Rice here.
think he's
Unless
the next to get sacked. David
I
Moyes.
wouldn't wait, Nick, I wouldn't mind Declan Rice here unless we do not pay stupid money. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm not for Declan Rice. You know
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
for. But
yeah, and certified. The thing is, let me just say this,
yeah,
right? Even Chelsea Dan, I see your comments and
yeah, that's
this,
what
and
I want you to.
I think I'm on the same page with you. While, like I said, while I'm not too big on Declan Rice, right? The only thing for me is that if the option came down to between Declan Rice and this Kone and what Lavia that guys are talking about. For me, I think I would at this point in time with Chelsea go for Declan Rice because I
Yeah,
think
I agree.
I
I
I,
agree.
I don't want because my fear with this Kone and Lavia and things that people are popping up is as it is already we have a lot of young
Mm,
players with little game under their belts in our team already. So to like just build a bunch of kids together, like you still need some experience in there. And I think while Declan Rice is young, he's accumulated enough games under his belt,
Wait, Ocean, Dan asked me a question. Asked me a question about Jude
yeah,
Bellingham. You
yeah,
know,
Jude.
Jude Bellingham. Bellingham is not worth 100. He's
Yeah,
not.
that's what
He's
he's
not a
not.
good footballer.
No,
And he's a
I
good
agree.
footballer for the Bundesliga. Let me just answer his question. He's a good footballer for the
JK,
Bundesliga.
JK. You see Jude Bellingham, bro. I've
Yeah.
been talking about Jude Bellingham. He's not that good for a while. Me and OG
Yeah.
said it a long time ago.
He's not
Me and
good.
OG said it a long
No,
time
he's
ago.
not.
He's
Dude, I
overrated.
already knew.
Not
I'm
100 million.
I'm
No.
gonna disagree with you guys there. I think Jude Bellingham is a fine player, and if you ask me, is it worth 100 million? I'll be honest.
He's not.
No player is really worth their money nowadays. But the thing is, if I want to look at the way the market is, then I'll say yeah. If I just want to look at it based on the way the market is and how much they're asking for players, like, are you kidding me? If they can be asking for like almost 70 or 80K for Lavia that just has how many games under his belt, like, come on, let's be real.
No, but we never
Lavia
said anything.
Lavia does not even have 20 games under his belt in or
We never said
like
anything. We never said anything about Lavia. That's the
no,
funny
no.
thing.
What I'm no understand the
No,
context. I'm trying to
other
pull.
people were saying
I'm
about
saying
Lavia.
that
Yeah.
if you go for Lavia right now,
Mm.
trust and
I
believe,
can't
Brighton
lie.
is going to be asking for close
That
to the
Sporting
region of
Lisbon
70.
That Sporting Lisbon midfielder, what's his name? The one that played last night against Arsenal.
The
What's his
one who
name? And he got
scored
a red
that great
card.
goal. Man,
No,
we
he's got a
didn't
red card.
discuss.
No, the guy that got red carded.
I forgot
JK,
his
you know
name.
who I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently
but
he's a
the
good
That
thing
goal
midfielder
they
still.
scored.
Yeah,
Unbelievable
but the
goal.
thing is, certified.
Yeah.
The thing is, why and to answer Dan's question too, why I was saying it is because when you have teams like Real Madrid, Liverpool's, and big clubs coming for your player, you can understand why they will price Bellingham for 100K. That's why I tell you is what if you look at the market nowadays.
Yeah, no
Then I
one's
can
worth
say
a lot of money.
is worth it, but really no player is worth their money.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
so that's the thing. Like that's why I just brought in the Lavia thing. Like if you go for Lavia, trust and believe. Brighton is asking for close to what's it called? Close to 70K.
And
So
Ocean, this is why
uh,
Premier League.
and this is someone that doesn't yet have a full Premier League season under his belt.
And
Declan Rice, why you want to say is the German league? He already has how many seasons in the German league and has Champions League experience added to that. And he's already done, he did well too for England at the World Cup. So you can begin to see why all of this will add up and you can say, yeah, based on today's market spending, it's worth it. It's worth that amount.
Yeah, Ocean. Do you know what? I agree. No player's worth a lot of money nowadays. You get what I'm saying? But like, if you look at it as well, this is why Premier League clubs have stopped. Even over the years, they've stopped buying from each other. I mean, from the mid-table clubs, it's because they know their star players will be going for about money that they will not, silly money. Look at the way they priced Trossard when we were in for him. They said 80 million pounds. Do you get what I'm saying? I remember for the 29-year-old. You know how they're going to price Mitoma from Brighton. You're gonna cost. It's gonna cost you 120 million because this is a player, potentially a player that can become one of the best dribblers in the world. if he goes to a big team because of the way he's been studying his football and his physique. You know what I'm saying? And dribbling. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's what I'm saying.
A
Jude, let me tell you
question.
something about Jude Bellingham. Wait, Jude Bellingham, yes, I understand. I understand you say he's a good player. And for the money he's worth now, we all know Borussia will be pricing him like that. For
Yeah.
me, for me, this is just for me. I just feel when I look at it's just that when I look at that Bundesliga, it's just oh my god, it's just that I'm not saying he's a bad player. It's just a bit
But
of a you're taking a big risk
But
buying him for 100
JK,
million.
the same thing is what I'm saying. Like for you now, in the same breath of you're gonna tell me that you feel justified for the 130 we paid for Enzo, and this guy just came from South America less than 6 months ago, played less than half season with Benfica. From there, went to the World Cup, and all of a sudden, he commands 130 million. So you can see why I'm telling you that the transfer fees nowadays is crazy.
Yeah, I
So
know. That's
to
what.
now come and say on the contrary that Jude Bellingham is now like you don't know the kind of players that are priced for 50 and 60 nowadays.
No,
50 and
there's not
30,
many.
50 million players nowadays are bench players, to be honest.
Also, look how much João Felix is. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Although we put him on loan, our buyback clause will be have to. I know we don't have one, but we'll have to buy him for 80 million pounds. Do you know what I'm saying? And that
And,
is
and
good
that
money
and that
nowadays.
and that 80 million is even them trying to come on the lower side because if they wanted to demand they were ideally looking for upwards of 100, 120. You know?
Ocean, and that's
So
why that is why when it comes to prices now, I'm on that route where I'm just gonna give up. Should I just give up considering prices? Because the market is good. The market is just gonna go higher and higher and higher in the future. Do you get what I'm saying? And these UEFA people putting relegate regulations on teams for FFP and all that shit. They need to. They also need to consider probably increasing the spending. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's a bit too low now. Not many teams are going to be pricing their players for cheap. People are going around trying to be Liverpool, trying like Arsenal, trying to make fun of other teams for spending big, all because they're trying to do Liverpool. Oh, and then they go on and they go on and complain why our owners are not ambitious. Do you get what
Mm.
I'm saying? This is why I get pissed when
like
with Sky
if
Sports. I get
if
pissed
you
with Sky
want to
Sports.
if you want to even compare it to the fact, look at when Roman came in and they said he was destroying football. We bought our biggest player then for Fernando Torres. We bought him for 50 million.
Do you
You
know? Do
know,
you know who creates that narrative?
nowadays, what does 50 million get you?
Do you know
Like
Uh,
who
even
creates?
when you don't,
Ocean, do you
Ocean.
know who
Sorry,
creates that
sorry for
narrative?
hold
Is
on.
the
Ocean.
English the English
Yeah.
what's it called? The English media on
Yeah.
Chelsea. That's the problem.
Of
Chelsea,
course.
all these people like
Yeah.
Sky
Sorry for
Sports. When
hold
we
on. Let me
talk
see.
about
Let me
yeah,
just
go
read a
on.
couple of Dan's comments.
I big up Nick.
Uh,
I'm due to leave, man. I'm due to leave still.
In a bit,
you're right,
dudes.
deals. Don't worry.
Big up, yeah, big up.
Yeah.
When you
Give
doing
us
another
your
show,
last
Nick?
thoughts. If,
Nick, when you do another show?
probably Monday for the reaction
Yeah,
from
I'll be there,
Everton.
bro. I'll be there. Big up
Yeah,
JK
Monday
and big up
probably. Yeah.
Ocean. Keep it
Big
easy,
up,
yeah.
Yeah.
big up,
Big
bro.
up, deals. Thanks for coming. Yeah, Ocean. This comment is to you from Dan. Ocean, but if I say who's better out of Deckers and Bellingham, I go with Rice. He's saying he prefers Declan Rice.
Yeah, I'll take Rice.
Yeah. Would you? You know my take. I don't. I think
You
he's
don't rate
overrated.
him.
No.
For me, yes, he could be in a sense, but then if you look at it, I think it depends. Like, I wouldn't mind getting him for 70 million. Um, he is a good
Yeah.
player, Nick. Let's be honest.
But
I think
West
if
Ham
David
will.
Moyes, he's not
You
giving him the
know.
license
But
to
if
do.
West Ham if West Ham get relegated, then his price will go down maybe. But
Yeah,
West Ham are going to ask for a lot more than 70 or 80. And I don't think we're going to get Declan Rice. Um, I don't rate him as much as I rate, like I rate, let's say, Ruben
yeah, I
Neves.
get where you're coming from
You
because
know,
I also feel
um,
the links with Declan Rice. I've realized they've stopped. I
yeah,
know
they
we're
stopped.
still linked with
Yeah,
him, but like our
uh,
push for Declan Rice was not as strong.
No,
as
he
it was.
wasn't. He was all talk,
Yeah.
media talk.
But Arsenal look like they're in for him more.
Yeah, for me, he's not the guy. Like Ocean's, I think Ocean agrees. I prefer, like I said, even Cassadio of Brighton than Declan Rice. I don't rate him. I don't know. Maybe it's me, but because I've seen Declan Rice play for West Ham. If he was such a great player like people are making out, why are West Ham in this ridiculous position? If he was so great, they wouldn't be there.
I mean, Nick is not only on one player.
I know. I'm not
I
saying
mean,
yeah. I'm saying it's part of the reason. I know it's not one player, but for me, I've seen him make too many mistakes at the back. And Rice, he does like to go forward a lot. How's he going to play that DM position for us? I can't see it. Yeah. Ocean. We were talking about Declan Rice again. Dan was asking you. He's saying Declan Rice is better than Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, I saw his question. For me, I pick Jude Bellingham over Declan Rice.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think I have the same feelings for Declan Rice as like you have. It's not for me. He's too overrated. A lot of Chelsea fans think he's going to be the new John Terry, which is absolute rubbish. But that's what they think. I'm not saying Dan thinks that.
no, he's not. He's not. I don't know why they say that.
Yeah, but they do think that. A lot of them do.
Well,
They
yeah,
think,
the English player that will come here, will be the next. This will be the any for them, innit?
Like Mason Mount was supposed to be
Yeah, the
the
next
new Frank
Lampard and all that. Yeah,
yeah. This is what you get from them. That's why I don't.
they said Chilwell will be the next Ashley Cole. No,
Yeah,
all that
you
crap.
can't compare. The best, Chilwell has impressed me a lot, but
For
you
me,
can't put him
Chilwell,
with
I can
Ashley
understand.
Cole. Ashley Cole was the best at his position in the world. Chilwell can be there. He's getting, he is great. I love Chilwell, yeah. But you can't say Mason Mount is going to be Frank Lampard, Declan Rice is going to be John Terry. God, what's all this nonsense, from these fans of us, That's why I don't agree with them, no. That's why I know Dan he thinks it's different for Mason Mount, Declan Rice, and so on. But I'm complete opposite. Yeah. Yeah. And anything else? You would say something before Ocean left. Come back.
No, not at the moment. But I need to go now.
Yeah, we're all going to go. Yeah, it's been a good show. We've been only at 2.5 hours. Pretty good. Yeah. Anything else you want to say, Ocean?
Yeah, I think we pretty much covered it. Now we just have to go to tomorrow's game and win. That's all.
Exactly. You're right there. Yeah, we do. We have to go and win. Yeah. So, yeah. Thanks for coming on, Ocean, again, and yeah, I'm glad to see you here again. And Seraphi, as always. Deals, Alicia, JP. I don't know what happened to Dex. He came 1 second and he left the next second. I think he's got Wi-Fi issues. And Cheryl, who came earlier, of course. Yeah. So yeah, all of you who come, thanks a lot. And thanks to all of you in the chat. Dan, thanks for being there. OG, thanks a lot for coming in. What's his name?
Nick.
Sorry?
Nick.
Yeah.
Nick, I just want to say I hope Cheryl is spending time with his woman now and not jumping on spaces.
Yeah, I'm sure he is because he's disappeared now. Yeah, we're gonna ask him later on in the spaces. Yeah, I hope you're having a great time, Cheryl. If you hear us, yeah. Let's see one more comment Dan is saying before we go. We'll see what he's got to say. I wouldn't go with Casado, Nick. He might not be good in a big club. I don't know. That's for any player, though. Any player coming into Chelsea or any player from anywhere, it's a gamble. When you buy a player, it's a gamble. Even if they're proven where they are, it's a gamble. That's what, that's how,
100%. It's always a gamble, any transfer.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's just my opinion, Dan. Maybe I'm wrong, but for me, Declan Rice is not the right player for us. For you, he is. For me and Ocean, it's not. Everyone's got their opinion. We all think what we think. Yeah, but thanks for coming on, Dan. Like I said, OG Dan, and the others. I think they're gone now. Yeah, and Varna, of course. Cheryl was in the chat as well, has been on the panel. Thanks for all of you. And Bobby, thanks for your comments in the chat. To all of you. And JP, of course, came in the panel. JP as well. So with that, I think we said everything tonight. We'll be back Monday for the reaction show, for Everton. Let's hope we go and win tomorrow. Must win. We have to go and win. So, so we go out. We go out with the greatest song in football, as we all know, when we find it, though. We go out with Blues Are Colour, of course, the greatest song of ever. So, with that, thanks to everyone. God bless you all. Good night, good afternoon, or good morning, depends where you are. With that, good night, and let's sing the song together.
Cheer us on through the sun and rain, 'cause Chelsea is our name. Here at the bridge where the rain all fine, we can shine all the time.
Come and see.
You're welcome
Any
Football is the game. We're all together. Winning is our aim. So cheer us on through the sun and rain, 'cause Chelsea is our name. Come to the shed and we'll welcome you. Where you're see us through. Sing